in this episode, where we left off, actually, a little quick reminder for everyone at home and for yourself as well. It's been a while. You came across a bridge. You destroyed the bridge, and you murdered a lot of people.
Yeah. Well,
self-defense, I would say.
Murder.
Kind of, yeah.
What do you mean, kind of? They absolutely had murderous intent towards us.
right, well,
Maybe.
Semantics.
Semantics, yes, of course. So you destroyed this bridge, the bridge that you were supposed to cross to get into the lands, the territories that eventually would lead you to your end goal of Dotane's Rock, which is the kind of giant stronghold fortress. You slayed a giant beast of a man, a knight. You tried to stab him in the head multiple times, Alan. You failed twice. Eventually succeeded.
But you killed him in the end, right?
You did kill him in the end.
I am a weak man.
Lysha, I believe you are very annoyed and angry with him over this act, despite the fact that you have also just murdered a lot of other people.
She's very cross.
Yeah.
She's murdered 6 people. I've murdered 1.
Why I'm kind of freaking out. I don't know if I murdered 6 people.
No.
So one of the men he washed downstream off the bridge, and another one you've got manacled up on the other side of the river as well. So you're chilling with him, and you actually, Eren is kind of unaware of the events that have kind of transgressed almost, I guess.
I love how you just fit random words that have nothing to do with what you meant in there.
Transpired is the word.
Transpired.
Transgressed, we could use that.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
Helios is an erogenous map.
I think so. I think we can use transgressed.
A transgression is something you've done wrong. It's like
I mean, you've definitely done a lot of wrong.
we have done a lot of wrong. We have sinned.
We
very
have transgressed.
We have
In this
transgressed.
particular instance, though, he might be the only one of us that didn't.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. And Olika still traveling with you, still chilling. So.
I love it. I wasn't a part of everything, and I'm really happy about it because I didn't fuck up in any way.
Population.
Jonny the
of
Wise
Newcastle.
fucking slayed it.
Yes!
Well, what did he do?
I slayed!
You slayed a man as well. You shotgunned his head off with your
Yes,
guided missile.
Queen. Yes.
And you also destroyed a bridge with your guided missile.
Oh
if I
yes,
remember
that's
as well.
true.
Yeah, even
So
though
you
I
killed
was
2 people.
just destroyed a bridge, and he's like, I'm gonna fuck
All the good stuff,
Yeah, someone here
Let's
has
go
you
on.
down for 2.
Let's go
Count
on.
serial killer Alan 2, Johnny the Potato Wizard 1, Angelic being Eren 3, pacifist
Go on.
lawful good Ashley population of Newcastle.
Go on.
I've
go
also
on,
forgotten.
move on,
I also
move
just
on,
remembered that
move
you
on,
melted
move
my
on,
face.
Move on, move on.
You
Yeah.
melted my face,
Go
Johnny the
on.
Wise.
With
Yeah,
necrotic damage.
necrotic damage.
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah. So here's where we
Release them all.
stand. As far as I'm aware, you're all pretty injured after that bloody battle. Lysha and Alan, you're at each other's throats. Jonny has almost burned you alive with kind of like necrotic damage as well. Eren, you're on the other side of the river. The river is swelled up. It's a heavy rainfall. It's looking dangerous. You can't really cross it realistically. It doesn't look like there's a way to cross it anymore. And you've, of course, got a prisoner as well. So that is where we stay. That's where we are right now. And continue to kill each other, really.
I think I'd just been thrown to the ground by something. What had you just done?
Yeah, so I did thunder, I think? Thunder
Yeah.
wave?
Yes, Thunderwave, and you
And I
launched everybody.
No, because Johnny the Wise was standing behind me, so I just launched Alan O'Dale.
So
just
he's had
launched
his
me.
face melted and
So,
electrocuted,
Yeah.
And he already took damage for that at the end of last time, and he was knocked prone
Yeah.
while I was screaming at him because Lysha's in a little bit in denial about all of the things that have just happened.
Oh, I'm on my back.
And so it's easier to blame him.
Fucking dumb cunt.
So Johnny's necrotic damage has given him that hairline. Fuck, chat's gonna keep putting us up. We gotta do this.
Cyberbullying right there.
I'm on the floor, horrifically damaged, genuinely nearly on the verge of death, only from my own party.
Yep.
I'm just muttering under my breath, fucking dumb cunt bitch, he doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. Lysha, my dear, I think we may have got off on the wrong foot. You're clearly highly distressed with all the murdering that has been happening around here, and let me put my hands up and say that I've been certainly involved, but we should perhaps take some time and meet up with Eren on the other side of the river rather than trying to murder each other.
I'm not trying to murder anybody.
It certainly seems like it when you throw me to the ground miles away and have this moron that you're tending to
You just
nearly
killed a
melt
man
my
that
face.
you assured me you were trying to save.
And it will never happen again. Lysha, it's time that we put our differences behind us and you focus on you. What has been going on with you?
You've truly learned from your mistakes?
Of course I have. You're clearly... I think when I look at you, I see the man that I was struggling to deal with, the internal hostility, and seeing it manifest within you, it's ugly, and I don't want to be that person anymore.
Wow.
This got so deep, so very fast. What's
So
going
deep.
on? Do I need to leave you two for a moment?
Are you okay, Lysha?
I just killed 6 people. Of course I'm not okay!
Well, they're all dead now. There's nobody else to kill. Let's find Eren. Let's find Eren.
You don't want to loot the body? Z's? Bodies? Z's? Bodsies?
But while we're here, we may as well.
Have anything.
While we're here, we may as well take what we can from. Unless you'd like to give them a burial, the ones that you were forced to kill in self-defense. Of course, no malice of your own involved.
I think, yeah, we should probably bury them.
The ones that I killed, I'll loot, and you bury the others.
Maybe we just let the dead be.
They'll rot. You'll cause more death.
No, I mean not loot them. Let them go with their possessions.
Well, you've put me in a quandary again, Lysha.
I don't think that's it, fam. I think we should loot them and take their stuff.
What is this fan music?
Oh, it's old wizard slang. You wouldn't know about it. It's for cool people only.
I thought you were
Anyway.
a cleric.
Yes, but
Hang around with many wizards in this
yeah,
world.
I'm many wizards. Yes, yes. My cousin.
I agree
One
with the
hell of a wizard.
wise. I agree with the wise one. As wise as he is.
Yeah,
Alan,
absolutely.
I want you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
You want me to roll a wisdom
I
saving
want you to
throw?
roll a wisdom saving throw.
From nowhere, okay? Oh, hello. Hello. 17.
Okay? For a brief moment, you're keenly aware that you feel like you're being watched. And as you come to that realization, it snaps shut just as soon as it comes.
That was weird. You don't think there's more of them out there, do you?
More
weird,
what?
Just weird chill down my spine, Johnny.
Yeah, more what?
Men, you wise wizard.
Oh, it could be anything in these woods. What do I know? Could be anything.
What do you know? A question I ask myself regularly, but presumably we'll figure it out at some point. You don't know? I mean,
While
No,
we're discussing this, I'm going to use my cantrip Mold Earth. It's a cantrip, so I can just spend whatever time it takes to like basically dig out 5-foot cube holes in the earth, and this happens pretty quickly, so I can bury people.
Why are you digging? Why are you digging?
The most overpowered
I'm just
character.
Yeah, I know. It just does all this
Why
shit.
are you
Mold
molding?
Earth to like move the
What
earth.
are you
I'm
doing?
burying the body.
we should at least
We
see
should
if...
loot them.
It would be worse, Lysha, for their deaths to have no purpose.
I think
we
you have
should
to
at
try
least
and-
have some benefit from this.
I think you have to try and loot them before she buries them.
Yeah,
I think it's happening.
can I loot? Can I take this stuff, please?
That's the wrong
May I
person.
take this stuff before she wears them?
Yeah, try.
Yeah, I'm trying to take it. How do I do? What do I do? What do I do with my hands? What do I do?
What
I'm
are you?
still a little in shock, so I'm probably just kind of standing
What
there
body are
aghast.
you? What body are you trying to looting here?
Just any body that's in front of me,
The
I
one
want to
that's in
loot
front
it.
of you? Okay.
What's the fucking roll? Just
You don't.
20 natural grit, please. Give me the fucking loot.
Johnny the Wise rolls a natural to loot a body.
You know,
Give me the loot.
yeah. Okay. So presumably you're gonna be going for the knight, the biggest body around.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Surely Johnny the Wise would go for the sorcerer, no? You want to loot the sorcerer?
No, the big guy has all the big cash.
you loot away, son.
all right. Yeah. I mean, you notice he's got a couple of small bags on him. Lysha, are you doing anything to stop him here?
No, just take
I'm
the
kind of
bags.
standing in shock, just aghast, probably.
Okay.
Not
Yeah.
Just watching him like
So-
scrabble through their positions as they're being buried.
You notice that there's a various bags filled with small change of various denominations. And next to him as well, his sword, which was thrown to the side in the battle, very finely engraved greatsword. This thing is a bad motherfucker. It's got a little lion on the hilt of it as well. The engravings work its way all up into the blade. You can definitely see it. There's a lot of care being placed into this
Ooh,
blade.
I want that. I want that sword.
Motherfucker, you think you're keeping that?
Yeah, I'm
It's got a fucking light on it, bro. Touch it.
Picking it up, and I'm gonna put it inside my robe, and just walk away with it.
Just leave.
It's huge. I don't think you'd be able to hide it.
Oh, okay, let's not do that. I take it back.
It's a massive grave.
Please take the great sword.
Two hands to hold this beast of a sword.
I mean, he's also got his scabbard as well, so you could take that as well if you
Yeah,
wanted to.
let's
It makes
do
it
that.
easy to hold it, I guess.
You're trying to. It seems like you're trying to make me not loot some stuff, but I'm taking it all.
Yeah, I mean,
Whatever I can.
how much can you realistically hold? I don't know, but we're going to find out. What are the limitations? But it's alongside that as well. There's a heavy crossbow,
No, fuck that.
a couple of bolts, and then of course the armor he's wearing, which is incredibly heavy.
Okay. Well, I don't value the armor as a cleric, but I will take the sword.
Someone take the armor.
Okay.
Should we try and take his armor for Eren?
I think if Eren wants the armor, then he should take it. Because, I am not
He's
strong
on the
enough.
other side of the
He's over there, Johnny. How is he
Okay,
going to
so
get the
do
armor?
you want us to carry the armor across the freaking river?
I mean, that's a good question. I
Too many
honestly
different
have no
subs
idea.
coming on. Jesus Lord.
Maybe we can tell him to fly
Okay.
back here.
While they're doing this, I'm so aghast that I'm just kind of like
Why don't we mold
moving on
earth
to the
across
next
the
of
river?
my preparations. So I'm looking for like. Oh, sorry.
So yeah, roll a perception check.
Okay.
Can you see me like flashing my light in Morse code, like take the fucking armor?
Plus my perception 8.
Okay. You don't notice anything.
Cool. Didn't think so. I rolled
Yeah.
a 2.
Yeah.
Druid, maybe mold earth across the river.
I don't know if that would work. It seems like it's deep and the earth would just get moved really
it's
fast.
a
Plus, I'm
control
still
spell.
preoccupied with properly burying these people right now.
Alright.
So
Do you want
I've dug
anything
all the
now?
holes. They're busy
Yes.
looting bodies. While they're
I'm-
looting bodies, I'm actually looking for seeds, like one seed, like from the trees for each of them.
Okay, while she's distracted, I'm certainly looting the sorcerer. The sorcerer
Yeah.
is the one that I
Okay.
want to loot.
So on the sorcerer, you find 5 pearls.
For fuck's sake.
Fine pearl, just some pearls.
Just pearls.
Yeah, just some pearls.
I'll take the pearls.
What appears to be a scroll of some sorts with magical sort of writing on it.
Okay, I'll take the scroll, stuff it in my
Yeah.
pocket.
And what appears to be a religious symbol or icon wrapped around a necklace.
Around a necklace.
A necklace with a little symbol at the bottom. Yeah, that's what you find on him. Jonny is as well on the knight's body. Tucked away in the back, you find a letter that's been kind of scrumped up as well.
Okay, well, I'll take it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll take the letter.
Okay.
Yep.
So I would come back and insist that that the other two help me carry the bodies. And while I'm dragging the bodies over with them, I would ask if we could remove that armor from the knight because it will impede the growth of the roots.
Yeah, sure.
So we'd take the armor off of him
Do
and
it.
leave it there.
You want to strip the knight?
I want to strip the knight of his armor.
The
I'd like to
armor
leave
is,
him his dignity, but I would
yeah.
like to help return him to the earth as efficiently as possible, and the armor will get in the way.
Should we take the metal off all of these bodies? Perhaps it would be better to strip them all.
Just of the metal, but I'd like... Some of the purpose is defeated if we leave much of it here. If I bury these people, I can return them to the earth in such a way that no one would find their belongings.
We can throw their belongings in the river if you're worried about.
All right, then let's
Secrecy.
do that.
Oh, it's gonna harm
So
the
let's
sea
remove
life,
that.
rust.
We'll put the
Harm the
bodies
sea
in the
life?
holes. I'll
Okay.
You might
use
be able to
mold earth
spear
to
a
cover them
giant
over,
crab.
and then I'd take one of the seeds
The
from each
armor.
tree
It's gonna
that I
rust.
just was gathering while they were chatting and looting bodies, and I kind of put it one on top of each, and use my druid craft to make the seed pod open, and then at least make a little leaf bud, and then use it again on each of them to make a leaf bud bloom. So it kind of looks like little seedlings are sprouting out the top of each, like somebody's just planted a bunch of trees in a row.
Oh, it's lovely.
It's great after you fucking gutted them, ruined them, crushed into a pulp. And in fact,
She's dealing with it how she can, okay?
I'm gonna take Lysha,
Could you tie this again?
wrap my arm around her and say,
Kill me if
you've
I
done
don't."
the best you can. You've done the best you can, Lysha. They're resting now. They're resting.
Well, there we are. Yeah, I mean, you strip them of the armor. Presumably, you're chucking it into the river as well, and the river carries it all away.
I would hold on to the armor that these
Oh,
guys...
the armor that the
armor
knight
that,
has.
that could be for Eren, and kind of be like, maybe we shouldn't waste this. Sort of.
Would you like to carry it?
I mean, I can certainly try.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm sure you guys can carry on.
We may be able to figure out a way.
I am carrying a two-handed sword with a lion on it.
We'll split the armor between me and Lysha and try and carry as much of it as we can.
That's good. How do we get across?
I think I might be able to help.
What's your
Oh,
suggestion,
Olika?
Olika?
Well, I'm pretty familiar with the rivers, and I can talk to them as well.
You can talk to the rivers.
This would have been very helpful information earlier.
Olika, when we wanted to cross the river,
Yeah.
you didn't think to say you could communicate with the river.
You never
Well,
asked.
it all happened so fast, and well, the people came, and then suddenly there was fire coming from the sky, and people were burning, and then you started fighting amongst each other, and yes, well, I can talk to rivers.
Well, I'm for one very happy and delighted that this problem is now solved for us.
Solved?
May I ask what you'd like to say to the river?
I'm just gonna ask them. Maybe we can cross. Maybe we can swim.
What are you some kind of heavenly being that's come to part the seas for us?
No, it's a river. I'm just gonna talk to it. Sometimes they listen, but sometimes they don't.
Well, it sounds like it's worth a try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I'm
I'm almost there. Keep going.
Oh, so close, so close.
It just became Morse code at the end.
So yeah, Olika kind of tries to commune. She closes her eyes. You can tell she's trying to challenge something, whispering almost to the river. And what happens is you start to see the river kind of slow down a little bit. Some of the temperament in it, some of the rage and ferocity starts to kind of just dissipate almost. And the river seems to calm down a little bit more. Still flowing pretty heavily. Remember, the rain is coming, but yeah, it's calmer. Yeah.
Olika, do you know whether things live in this river? Can you communicate with them?
No,
Just the river
just
itself.
the rivers themselves. Listen to the rivers. I can't do this voice. I'm going to ruin myself. She explains that she communes with the rivers, and her people have always communed with the waters themselves, and they sometimes tell us of dangers upstream that have passing down, and tales of merchants and battles and things that the rivers have seen.
Are there dangers upstream?
She says the rivers are they're just flowing.
I find this pretty irrelevant. Maybe walk on and meet Eren.
Well,
Walk on?
The trouble is,
Walk on? Walk on water?
No, we can walk through the river.
It looks...
calm.
It's 100 feet wide, Johnny the Wise. It looks deep.
There is a spell where I can walk on water.
It was
but
a
I don't think I
saying,
took
let's swim. It was a
it. I
saying.
didn't take it.
I'm not sure we're going to be able to swim with that great sword in this arm.
Is Lysha capable of turning
Right,
into
you
something
can
that
do it
could ford
backwards.
the
You
river?
swim backwards
I
and you
am.
paddle with your feet on your back.
I'm just letting them talk.
Sorry, Johnny the Wise is teaching us how to swim. Sorry.
Yeah.
Johnny, explain how we swim with very heavy objects.
Do you know, when you're in the waters and you're supposed to save someone
Yes.
who's about to drown, you hold your hands through their
Armpits?
armpits, yeah, and then you paddle with your feet to gain motion, right? And then
Okay.
you float, almost float on your back.
Right.
while you're So I'll do the same with my
That
two-handed
sounds-
sword.
I could turn into a giant crab.
Crabs in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Sounds good. Yeah, let's do it.
Do crabs swim? Or would we drown whilst you walk along the riverbed, Lysha?
Well, I could also turn into a giant seahorse. I just am a little more aggressive as a crab.
I would prefer non-aggressive, Lysha, if at all possible.
Well, I
I've
just
had
thought
my
a
fill
crab
of
might
aggressive,
be
Lysha.
better at carrying.
The act of God has been
Armor.
met.
Oh, really?
No.
Whoa. Can we cross the river first, please?
The act of God has been met.
Already? We're 10
yeah.
minutes in.
I know.
We clearly set that way too low.
Oh my god. Okay.
Jesus has been summoned.
Oh god.
What's up? Is it a good thing or a
So,
bad thing?
as you're all bickering amongst yourselves, by the way, Olika suggests building a raft. It's, there's trees nearby, very easy to do. But
Yes.
as you're all bickering, Eren, you've pretty much got this prisoner under your arms, or however you're kind of got him pinned. He's not running anywhere. Let's be real. Whether you've roped him up, you've got the manacles on him, he can't be going anywhere. But you start to just peer off into the distance, and you hear the subtle beating of drums, and you recognize this is almost the drums of war that would play before battle. but the drums don't seem to be coming from any sort of direction.
Okay.
They seem to be coming from the beating of a crow's wings as it's flying towards you. Each flap of the wing is like the beating of this drum, but it appears that only you can hear it. I mean, the prisoner that you have, it's not making any motion. It doesn't really.
Does it sound like it's approaching, or is it just?
It's approaching you. Yeah, the crow is slowly flying towards you.
And none of us can perceive this. It's only Eren.
It's just, well, I mean, you're across the river. You would see, if you were paying attention and not bickering amongst yourselves, you would have seen the crow coming over. As the crow flies over you and starts circling you overhead now, the drums start to beat ever so faster, and you can hear them now all around you in your ears, and your heart starts to beat in tune with them as well. The adrenaline starts flowing into your into your veins, I should say, and you feel compelled almost now to crush all of your foes and put them to the sword. You've been put under what appears to be this rage effect, and you just feel like absolutely murdering everything in sight almost. Now, this is the first time I'm reading of this act of God, because we started as we were getting it.
Is my captive a child by any chance?
No, he's not. He's not a child. He's not a child.
Okay, just wondering.
Also, Midge, there's a microphone down there. Can you unplug the headphones that are attached to the microphone?
Yes. I mean, I'm just trying to see where those.
No, it's an AT2020 on the floor.
Oh, I mean down here.
Oh, is that it?
Might have to. Give me just a sec. Sorry. There is a AT. Yeah. Unplug the microphone.
Yeah.
That's it. There we go.
There you go.
Actually, it's still gonna. Oh no, the headset's gone. Right, so
You
it's
need
not
to
gonna be
reset
playing
the
it.
counter. Reset the counter for that.
Right. I am.
Just gonna keep it going.
I guess I am beset by an incredible rage.
You have this bloodlust that's taking over you, the need to kill everything and anything that could be perceived as a foe around you, including the prisoner as well. Now you feel your consciousness is slipping away from you almost, and you have to make a conscious effort to almost hold it back. But the taste, the bloodlust, it feels so good. You want to give into it and just go on an absolute slaughtering spree almost as well.
It's just business, kid.
I want you to roll a will save for me.
What is that based on?
I have no idea.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Cons-
I would say wisdom.
Really? Willpower? Maybe someone.
Well, willpower.
Wisdom usually.
Wisdom. All right. Yeah, 5.
No. Okay. Well, if your character really would not want to kill the man, I would say, honestly, don't know why I made you roll, to be honest.
Okay.
But if he really didn't want to kill the man, you could stop yourself from just strangling the man in cold blood right now. As he sees you kind of getting pumped up, you're looking pretty vascular as well, pretty thick as it's going on, The blood's pumping. And you can see the prisoner is visibly shaken. He's kind of like now trying to claw himself away from you as you're heaving like a bull in a china shop. And the crow, just as you were about to potentially slip into the rage and let it take over you, the crow descends down and lands onto your shoulder. And as it lands onto your shoulder, your mind is transported to another place. Your body, you feel yourself being sort of almost transported into what feels like reality to you.
Gotcha.
And in your mind, a series of visions flash before your very eyes. You picture yourself slaughtering hundreds of thousands of enemies on the battlefield, wielding a great dark blade, killing one after the other in brutality almost. And from the heaps of the corpses that you've caused, 2 black iron blades emerge out of them. You take one in each hand, and all around them, the warriors begin to chant your name and pound their shields in unison. And between you and the corpses, you suddenly see as well the golden book, potentially the one that you're seeking, rests before you, shining with the light of dawn.
Ooh.
And a hand dips the crow's feather into a vial of blood and writes a name in it. Eren Vol.
Fuck.
Yeah. Two gauntleted hands covered in blood sets a crown upon your hand, and as an army stretches out before you, before your throne, which is made of the corpses of your enemies that you've slain, across a battlefield that's just drenched in blood and the fallen, and this uncountable legion that you command is chanting your name once more in unison, and the shields are bashing. It's a vision that, yeah, I mean, I don't really know how Eren would feel about this, but next thing you know, the vision begins to fade, and the crow lifts off with a cackling and leaves you kind of almost dazed. And as he flies away, a single feather floats down to the ground in front of you, the same feather that wrote your name in the Book of Dawn in the blood of your enemies.
Yeah. Is that my captive still alive?
Yeah, he's wide-eyed right now. He doesn't know really what he just witnessed from you, but you clearly weren't in the right place, or I don't know. I mean, it was just you got taken over by some sort of vision.
It's hella disturbing because my character is good aligned, so it feels it. I think it has a feeling of like an inexorable fate that I'm being pulled towards that I don't have a control over, like slipping down a hillside kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, boy, what is he boy? This guy?
He's a young lad. Yeah.
Boy, what do they call you, boy?
My name? My name is Andagus. My name is Andagus, sir.
Do you know I left you alive, Andagus?
Please don't hurt me. I don't know.
Me neither. But realistically, we're sick of killing innocent people because we're a misunderstood group ourselves. Feels like all we've done is spill blood, trying to clear our own names or trying to avoid our pursuers, and here we are. I didn't see fit to take your life. Truthfully, I couldn't bring myself to do it now after everything. But my question for you is, why are you pursuing us so doggedly?
It doesn't really have an answer for you, honestly.
Fair enough. We listen to orders from our betters, don't we?
He is commanded from those above. He was rallied and sort of brought into the local militia, this band that was supposed to be hunting you down. He does explain as well that the leader of the band was a mighty knight, and he'd be surprised if he didn't come out victorious against your party. He is known as one of the greatest warriors in the land. He wields a mighty blade that was all kind of passed down for his family for generations. A great beast of a blade, and he's never seen such fine a footwork and swordplay from a man in quite some time.
Bitch got melted.
Yes. I don't know what happened to your superior, but I do know this: we don't plan to take your life. You will remain with us until we decide what to do with you, but there's been enough bloodshed here this day.
Yeah, you can see like a relief just kind of seeps out of him. He seems to almost relax a little bit more as well. After you say that. Yeah.
Right. I absentmindedly pick up the crow feather.
Okay, as you pick it up,
okay,
you definitely feel that there's something odd about this feather. Something compels you to hold on to it almost as well. You can tell that there's something not quite right about it, or maybe there is something very right about it. Maybe you were always supposed to have this feather in your possession and you just didn't realize it. But that's
I'll
it.
probably shake my head as if trying to dispel some sort of daze and tuck it away. At this stage, like, I mean, what time of day is it? It's night time, is it not?
No, it's getting on a bit now. I mean, you're at the tail end of your journey when you got to this. It's been about like obviously combat happens fast. It wasn't a long period of time, but yeah, you can definitely, you've got about 2 hours of sunlight left, I'd say, from this point on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I see there's not much conversation to be had with this young guy, but I probably would just try and make ourselves comfortable, share some food. Yeah, maybe I give him a very abridged version of why we're here. Maybe give him like exact what we're about. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he doesn't really understand anything that you're talking to him about. The politics of this land is above his pay grade almost. You know, he's just a young lad. He gets told, move here, do this, swing that sword, and that's pretty much the life he's been living. Yeah. Just kind of following other people's guidances. Now, on the other side of the river, what the hell are you guys doing?
So we were about to cross the river.
Yeah,
I think I like Olika's suggestion of building a raft.
Will we be able to build a raft before tonight, Olika?
Well, us river dwarves are expert craftsmen, kind of, ish.
Okay.
That did
But
not inspire confidence.
we have no tools to take down trees. We have no rope. Well,
you
we
didn't
have
bring any
small
hand
amounts of
axes?
we don't carry hand axes on us.
Maybe I can use
Do
my
we?
great sword to chop the tree.
You want to use the brand new, finely crafted greatsword.
I don't know, you're saying it's a last resort. I'm just trying to give some hope. I'm being optimistic. That's not my plan A. I'm just saying, if shit comes to shove, it's a sharp blade in a forest. I mean,
That's true.
Like, yeah, but it's not plan A.
All right. Well, what is Plan A, Jonny Wise?
Well, we have Lysha here. Maybe she could do some cool shit.
I say we should.
Seriously?
Olika has already started
Just
setting
bury
off into
people.
the woods, and she starts hacking away at some of the smaller trees.
Oh, you have an axe, Olika.
Yeah, she shouts as she's trundling off.
What
She's
are we
like,
allowed to do? Just do it.
waddling off with a personal hand axe that she carries by her side.
I'd try and like haul whatever wood she's cutting down to wherever it needs to go.
Do we have any rope?
Are you, you're not
bind
cutting
this?
down
I
trees
do
with a
have
greatsword, are you?
No.
Right, just a second.
Oh, chop away. Chop away.
No, I don't want to.
Olika's just getting to
We have a
work.
hand axe.
No, with the hand
She's just
axe.
getting to work
Olika.
now. Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna.
need rope to bind it.
I have rope.
Oh.
We're all still hurt from battle.
Yeah.
I say we take some time and heal ourselves.
Well, that should be like a short rest then.
I would love a short rest. A short rest is the same as a long rest for me.
A short rest
That
would
would
be
take 4 hours.
4 hours.
Oh,
It'd be
that-
dark
we
in
don't
4
need
hours.
By them.
No, we should finish building the raft and rest on the other side of the river.
Well, I'm planning to cure my own wounds, so that is what I will do.
Yeah. Use up a little spelly slot.
I am
Yeah.
almost dead.
On
I
my
heal
sheet
myself for
here,
10.
On my sheet, I don't see how many spells I've used.
Well, did you keep track of it in D&D Beyond last time?
Yeah. They should say there.
Yeah.
Chat knows everything. They probably
Olika's just getting to work. She kind of like asked the worst of you to just like set her down, like let her do the work. She didn't take part in the battle. She's happy to just contribute any way she can.
Yeah.
And she's getting to work just making a kind of a makeshift raft. Now, yeah, it's been a while since she's done this, and previously she made rafts just for her, not for the four of you. So yeah, she's doing her best though. You know, she's getting there.
I'm gonna.
Sorry. Yeah, I just want to heal myself. So I'm gonna use a second level healing word, which is 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is
Oh, you're charisma, right? You're a cleric. Is it charisma, right?
yeah, sure. Is it?
Maybe.
Why
Just do
am I
whatever
an
you want.
idiot? Yeah,
Honestly,
Just
I'm not a stickler for the rules.
Yeah, wisdom. It's wisdom.
it's
not
wisdom.
I was-
7. I give myself a
There you
7.
go.
I got 10 HP. Pog.
10 HP. Excellent.
Hoggers, dude.
I have 5.
Yeah. So presumably you're all just kind of resting around now. Olika's doing the brunt, the majority
Yeah.
of the work here.
I'm
And
strumming on the
She
lute.
seems to have fashioned a nice little raft, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, something that would be a bit tricky, I think, for all of you to get on it, but you could manage it. And not only that as well, she's found a rather long branch as well that you can use almost as a makeshift oar to kind of paddle you to your
I
destination.
suggest me, Olika, and Alan takes this raft. Alan can paddle, and then Lysha can transform or swim across.
I don't want to burn that if I don't have to. I'd rather ride with you guys.
Yeah, but we. don't
I'm
have
not
room
sure
for
we
everyone.
could ride.
Didn't
She
you
can't carry
just
my
say
armor
we
across the
might
river
fit
if she's a
everybody?
crab.
Well, we can put it
Yeah,
on the
did
Did you
raft.
say it would fit everyone?
Yeah, you could all fit. It'd be a bit of a squeeze.
It would be a bit of a squeeze on a river that's still fairly turbulent.
I don't want to risk the raft potentially
We can
like
rest on the other
armor
side.
falling off or anything falling off.
Fuck you guys.
We could rest on the other side. We'll.
You're a druid. How are you afraid of the water?
So you're not sure if there are creatures in this river, but you want me to scuttle along the bottom as a crab.
You're a
and
giant
potentially run
crab!
into these when I have 5 fucking hit points.
We're
happy
about
to heal you. Happy to heal
We're
you.
gonna rest
damn
after
self. You
this.
think so?
You're gonna
Can
back.
I, we all fit on the raft.
No, but
I'll never
yes.
let go, Jack.
But it will be unstable.
I'm getting on the raft.
We're gonna rest afterwards.
I'm getting on the raft.
Yeah,
We're all getting on the raft then.
Olika begins to push out the raft. Says, "Come on, what are you waiting for?"
I'm going to also heal Lysha because she's getting angry about being on 5 HP.
fuck that.
Fine, I'll heal you. 7 HP. Take it.
Thank you. That's quite kind of you. I feel better already.
Good. I'm glad you do.
What a disagreeable individual
Yeah.
this Lysha
The weather is clearing up almost. The worst of the storm that was happening as the battle was going on. As you built the raft, the rain sort of slows down to a drizzle now. You can see it's starting to clear up almost. As you all, presumably you're all getting on the raft, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Johnny the Wise?
Yeah, we're all around.
Okay.
I'm just scared that the armor and weapons gonna fall off.
Yeah,
'cause
as
it's
you,
so stable.
As you push yourself out onto the raft, Olika, she kind of hangs onto the back of the raft in the water itself. She seems to be keeping up. She's swimming pretty well.
Oh.
And Olika begins to start to whisper. She's like channeling almost as well. And as you're moving through the river, there's a little pocket sort of forms around you where the water is actually significantly calmer. And you're able to cross over with minimal issues. And she's like, kind of like doggy paddling you, pushing you along.
Okay.
Yeah.
What up, Eren? What up, my dude?
Yeah. So I mean, you make it to the other side of the embankment. You've moved sort of inland, right?
Oh,
And you're
to the tree line.
Yeah, to the tree line. So I imagine you still would have had vision of like the area, but you end up just on the other side of the river now, presumably exhausted and tired as it all just settles in for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'm still feeling a little paranoid after that freakish feeling that I got that somebody was watching me. So as I cross the river, I'm going to glance back to the other side and try and see whether there's anything amiss, whether there appears to be anybody following me.
Roll a perception check.
But I haven't told any. I'm not going to tell any of the others because I feel like I'm getting a little paranoid. Perception check. 23.
Okay. Yeah. You don't notice anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
My friends, you come!
Hey, and we bring gifts.
What tales of daring do must you have, considering you spent the last, 4 hours trying to fight the 3 people?
For God's
Well-
sake, don't bring it up.
Yeah, Lysha killed some more people.
Having said that, though, Eren, we have a gift for you.
A gift
A
for
gift-
me.
a gift or
for
two,
my
in fact.
for my heroism
I
and
just
removing
kind
the
of
bridge.
fall and like drop the armor in front of you.
I'm going to take off the breastplate part of it that I was wearing. This is far too heavy for me. You're the only person that could manage this.
No one is going to be able to wear this armor.
Oh.
This guy was built like a mountain.
Okay,
It's
well, we're
custom
gonna give it
fitted
to him anyway.
For a
Sure.
bear. Yeah.
Alright.
You could get it custom fitted for you. Maybe in a local
Maybe
town.
in a town. Maybe I don't know if I can even carry it. Yeah, full on come. How many pounds do you think it weighs?
I'd probably say about 50.
50 pound.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be encumbered. I guess I can carry it with me and see how it goes. Boy, you recognise this? Was this the armour of which you spoke?
Where did you get this? What did you do with the Lord?
Where did we get this? We killed him. We killed the Lord. We killed everybody else that was sent. Frankly, I'm amazed that you're alive. Eren, what plan
Now-
did you have for this?
Now listen, lad, let this be a reminder to you that your gods, whether material or otherwise, are all fallible. This one obviously got in the way of my spirited friends as they tried to ford this river.
Spirited is the right word.
Now tell me, what do you know of this armor? Has it any properties, spiritual or otherwise?
Well, he starts eating some beef jerky he had in his pocket. He's like, not really. It's just armor.
Hands tied.
Good.
It's just armor. Yeah.
And Wizard, I see a hilt peeking from the top of your outfit. Have you? Did you require a splint? Did you break a
Yes.
rib?
I found this two-handed sword upon looting the knight's body. Mighty fine, if I may say it myself.
Indeed.
Yes.
I would fain see you wield it, sir.
Yes. Now that is a sight for a different day, my lord. Because we're all tired after a long day of battling and traveling the river.
Was that not a gift for Eren as well?
The suggestion is that Eren might be better equipped to handle that sword.
I'd like to save that for a different day, as I'd like to ask Olika if she knows anything of the sword and magic properties or the like.
I'm not really too familiar with it now. I don't really know magic stuff. That's not really my kind of stuff. I know how to fish.
Can I roll like a wisdom check or anything?
Do you have like
Do you have detect
magic as a spell?
Probably not. No, I don't think so. Detect magic. Yes.
Do you have a spell slot?
Yeah, I have one left.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Don't you only cast it on one item? Because I have some things that would... if you're trying to figure out what the hell's attached to that, then...
I believe detect magic just works where you can see magical objects in
Do
the
you have
vicinity.
it prepared? So
Oh,
we have
I don't
access
think
to
I
it
have
and not have it
I don't think I
prepared.
have it prepared.
No.
You'll see a P on the printed sheet next to it if you have it prepared.
No, it just says R and C. I don't know. Oh, cantrip. I don't know what the R means.
Well, if it's a cantrip, you don't need a spell slot.
What does the R mean?
Yeah. You don't need a spell slave as a
Ritual.
cantrip.
Ritual. I don't know what that.
Oh, you
It's
have
a-
to do like a
it's-
10-minute ritual
yeah,
type
it's like a
thing or
10-minute
something. It might take some
preparation.
time.
Okay. Well, it's not prepared, so that's
Well,
a shame.
you could.
Well, you could
You could
though.
do it.
You've got 10 minutes.
All right, let's.
Your time.
yeah,
if you want to
let's-
just sit down and cast a ritual to do.
Give me a moment. Give me a moment, lads,
Yeah.
and I'll do. a
I'm
ritual.
watching him like mutter around this sword, which I'd very much like to
Uh-huh.
to swing around.
So
Yeah.
you've laid
Palms
this-
are itching.
I lay the sword on the grass, and I sort of skip around it, and I do like a rain dance.
This is ancient stuff. I haven't seen
I'm-
spells like this.
Does
in
anyone
years.
disagree that now would be a good time to rest after
I am
this?
growing more and more frustrated. I'm not paying attention. I'm paying attention to the sword.
Yeah.
I'm coveting
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
blade.
I haven't listened.
and I'm
to you.
becoming more
I
and
don't
more
care about the
irate.
sword, so I'm just going back and settling down against a tree to meditate while he does his weird ritual.
This
So
is
you-
old magic.
Old magic.
Old.
Don't disturb the cleric.
The rains are coming down from Africa.
Aye.
Well,
The ritual is complete.
yes, yeah, and as you hum and channel the energies of the divine nature, you don't see anything of note on the sword. It doesn't glow. You don't detect any magical properties. However, you do see something off the side of Eren is glowing just behind him. Only you see this,
Eren,
obviously.
I couldn't find any magic.
I didn't ask you to look for it, but
there's something behind you.
I turn around.
It's
What's
like
that?
it's in your pocket, something that you pocketed earlier.
Oh,
Now you know it to be the place where you put the feather, and you picked it up from earlier.
what's that light? What's
You,
that?
Johnny, you just see like a glowing light. You know that there's some magical element that's kind of attached itself to
There's
Eren.
something in your pocket or something. There's some glow.
Would you have any knowledge about an affinity, like a magical affinity between these? Like, would you, knowing what you know,
Know what
between the
kind of
sword and
magic
the
or like a
feather?
sort
yeah,
of
like
magic
all the
it is?
phenomena itself? Would you know?
About the feather, would he know like what kind of magic?
would know what the feather is. You can't see it, but I'm wondering if he would.
I don't know, Bren.
But like if it's would he
looking
know
up-
if it's like
I'm looking up the
necrotic
tech
or
map.
like fire or whatever kind of
Ooga
magic.
chaka. Ooga.
I'm about as good at D&D as I'm at rain dancing, so I don't know.
That was an excellent rain dance. You must be really good.
You learn its school of magic.
Yeah, it is.
You can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school, if any.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
it's,
it's in a pocket. So
It's
I
an
can't see it.
enchantment. You know that.
But it's in a pocket, so I can't see it. It's not
Well,
visible.
it can pierce through
Oh, right.
things.
I
there's
will,
a faint aura.
I will withdraw the feather and hold it in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I can't see the glow, can I?
No,
No.
but now
Well,
you do see.
Are you
So
perchance referring to this?
Well,
Yeah, you
yeah.
you
So
can
what is
clearly
the
see
school of
it.
magic?
Enchantment. It's an enchanted feather.
That's an enchanted feather, Eren. Where did you get this?
I know nothing of enchantments, friend. I've kept this one since I was young. It's always been good luck. I found it
Kept
on
it
the farm.
since you were young,
That's correct.
and it has no.
Magic properties?
No, it has no like story behind it or anything.
Well,
Like,
I
why do
mean-
you keep this feather on?
If you must know, I found it by the ravine the day that my mother passed away. But ironically enough,
How tragic.
we all lose parents. It's a hard world out there. But ironically enough, even though it appeared when such a sad event occurred, it's been nothing but good luck, and I keep it on my person.
Wow, that's truly surprising. Well, this is an enchanted feather, I must tell you, and it has properties beyond my understanding.
Low disc
But-
space.
You should investigate that
Just click
feather
stop
further,
recording.
because that feather is special beyond your comprehension.
I will take that under advisement, wise man. What revealed this feather to you? I've managed to keep this concealed for years and years, and no one's ever asked about it.
Well, I tried to detect the sword, and then your pocket just lit up like a fire in a dark night.
Are you perchance saying that you perceive some sort of magical link between these two items?
I cannot say if it's between the two items per se, but I know that for a fact that this feather is enchanted way more than that big old sword.
Or did you sense nothing about this magical necklace? Is this just junk, the thing
No,
the
yeah,
sorcerer is
that's
wearing?
Absolute trash.
Looks magical.
Yeah, toss and draver.
Well,
Wise man,
Shit.
I beseech you, allow me to examine this blade more closely.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
go
mean,
on.
the blade is you don't detect any magical presence on the blade itself. The only thing that's glowing in the surrounding area is the magic items that you have in yourself, your hat, of course, any other magical items that anyone else has, and the feather, which is
You're free to investigate the sword. I'm done with it, and I couldn't find any magic attached to it.
So you're giving it to me?
No, it's on the ground. Okay. So I advise you to prospect and investigate the sword. And
all right. Well, I'll do that. I'll pick it up. I'll grab the sword. Give it a look.
Yeah. It's a hefty blade. I mean, what sword are you currently wielding with Eren?
Standard great sword.
Standard great sword. I mean, I mean, it's your kind of weapon. You know, you'd be able to use it. It doesn't really add any additional benefits. It's just very ornate. It's like the gilded hilt, the great carvings into it, up and down the blade. You can tell, as I said before, a lot of care has been put into this blade itself. So probably worth a lot of money as well.
Cleric, would you consider parting with this blade? It's just my style. I would feel it would serve our party well in the battles to come.
Oh, my interest in the blade were surely only the magical properties, but as there are none, it's all yours for the taking.
Sweet. I won't make an item adjustment because it's a great sword as any other. I could just leave the other one behind or whatever. Yeah, or you can use it to mark the grave of this knight. I won't use his sword, I'll use the other one, but he's on the other side of the river.
I could sell it for some gold.
Oh no, I marked them with trees.
Right, yes, of course you did. So, they're all dead, I guess. Sorry, lads.
The exception of him.
Returned to their Mother Earth.
I dare not ask exactly how this came about, but I'm glad to know everyone is... Well, you guys look a bit banged up, actually. I mean, perhaps a chance to rest would benefit all of us.
Oh, yes. What should we do with this prisoner of yours?
He is less a prisoner and more of a companion, as it were.
Companion?
I decided, perhaps you will
do you even
relate
know
to
his
this?
Name?
Yes. His
Andigus.
name is...
Andigus.
Oh, you seem like you're best friends already.
Well, listen, we've not had much time to chat, as you were clearly very expedient in your dispatchment of the men across the river.
Oh, yes.
But I decided that we've had enough bloodshed on our account. We're trying to prove our names. In fact, we're just trying to pass through these lands unharried. I'm done with taking lives just to make sure we can take one step further.
And what do we do with him? What do we do with him?
I don't know anything, sir. I swear. I was ordered to join the local militia to try and hunt down some brigands who had been causing trouble and foul sorcery in the local villages.
Would you feel comfortable unmanacling him? Oh, unmanacling him?
Well, as he stands, I don't think he could best any of us in single combat. I'd much rather release him than take his life.
And say we're in a fight. Then what? How is he even going to cross the river back towards his home? We've essentially left him to die if we release him.
Well, why don't we give him the raft Alaka helped us
him?
cross in?
Why don't we let him choose what he'd like to do?
I like the raft idea.
You boy, can you operate a raft?
Boy, where are you getting all of the food from? Can we loot him for food?
Nowhere.
I'm going to loot him for food.
Oh no, not my beef jerky. He's saying, no, please.
Oh, leave him his food.
Obviously, my character feels like there's some so he has to make up to the spirits, the life that he did take. So I'm inclined to send him on his way back to his people. I mean, he may tell people where we are, but truthfully, they'd probably be a couple days behind at the very least. Surely we could make it to our objective without fear of pursuit on his account.
I promise I won't tell anyone about you guys. I just want to go home.
Do you know how to take the raft? Could you take the river back home?
I don't really know, honestly. I was just planning on following it upstream, and hopefully one day, I don't know. Honestly, we're so far away from where I usually live.
Olika, could you slow down the river for this man and help him cross?
You want to send Olika with him? No, we can't.
No, but you can stand here
Listen,
and whisper.
We could bring the boy with us. It'd be an extra mouth to feed, and perhaps an extra pair of feet that would indeed get tired from this travel. I'd figured it would not be prudent to take him with us, but if anyone else has a different opinion...
Send him on his way.
Yes, I press a gold coin into the boy's hand and send him off.
He's very confused at the entire situation as it's come about. He's seen this band of weird adventurers, a druid that keeps being in denial that she's murdered people.
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't really know, but he can sense something weird with his party.
Would you... When you meet people and they ask you where you've been, just inform them that the band of foreigners travelling through these lands are not the bloodthirsty demons that the barony would make them out to be.
No, we are...
Yes, absolutely, yes.
We are entirely merciful.
Okay, sure. He ends up... he kind of peers at the river. Olika says, I don't think I can ask the river twice.
Send him on his way. It matters not whether he lives or dies.
He's peering over the river now and just decides to look over his shoulder, and he's wandering upstream now, just kind of like just walking without any purpose, it feels like, as the sun is starting to set and it becomes dark.
Oleka, would you mind chopping up some wood and we can make a bonfire? Or a campfire, rather?
Yeah, for sure.
I can also assist with that. That might be it. Yeah.
It perhaps would have been prudent to release him in the morning. It's possible he could come back and loot or kill us at night. We should keep watch again.
Well, he seemed like a good lad.
A good lad. We just murdered the entirety of the rest of his party.
But we spared him. I gave him a
It would be
coin.
ridiculous for him not to seek vengeance.
He would not even go close to Eren.
Well,
I am ready to make camp and sit back and relax. We've done enough fighting for
I
now.
settle back against a tree and just start meditating.
I'm gonna play my lute,
I don't
but
like the way
I'm
Bren is
I'm
laughing.
paranoid. I think this guy's gonna come back, and I already feel like people are watching because I had a weird feeling earlier. So I'm keeping watch for the first couple of hours while you get your 4-hour rest.
I'd like to just walk away to a different tree pretty nearby and read this letter I picked up.
Ooh.
Yeah, of course.
The letter? What letter?
Do we don't
You
know.
don't
No,
know.
you guys don't know anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
Yeah.
just
You
playing
picked
my
up his
lute.
scroll too.
I
Jonny
did,
picked up a
yes,
letter.
but it's magical.
Give me one moment.
Yeah.
This is improv. So the letter sort of dictates, Dear Galliffer Presfire, leader of the local corps and militia, I sent you on a task to put in manacles and capture a band of brigands, sorcerers, and potential spies from the nearby kingdoms. You know the war has been hard, and they are sending others into us. You have 1 week to complete this task. I expect your success, and I expect a victorious return for when we eventually see you back at my manor. And it's signed off as the signature is fancy writing. I can't remember the name of the local lord. I don't think I've got it. Joe, help.
You can really just make it up, really.
Yeah.
You already gave us one, but I don't remember what it was.
Galliffer Presferin was, only Jonny knows this. That was presumably, it was on the knight's body. But yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Galliffer
Yeah.
Presfarin.
Formation says, signed by the local lord. Fancy signature.
Galliffer Press. Galliffer
Presfarin, yeah. And it's signed of a name that you can't really make out in this light. You have to get closer to the camp if you want to read it. It's just going to give me time to get a name.
I don't want to go up to the point.
Okay.
Can I use? I have a cantrip for light. Can I use that instead?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, there's a cantrip for light away from the campfire to investigate the name further and see.
Do I see this?
You're trying to read the
I'm on
letter.
watch, right?
You would all see this,
Yeah.
presumably.
Well, it's not.
Johnny,
that big of
what
a
the hell are
light.
you doing?
It's not a freaking spotlight. It's just
It's
like
a dark forest.
It's
and
a dark
suddenly
forest.
light's
There's
just
only
come out.
there's only
Yeah.
that. There's only that. I'm
Yeah,
keeping
but
watch.
what
I'm
would
already
you say-
paranoid.
What would you say has more light? The campfire or my cantrip?
Which has more light, that light or that light? Doesn't matter because you can see them both.
Yeah, they
No,
would.
what? Some lights have smaller radiuses because they're less powerful.
They
Yeah,
don't
but
have
you
smaller
still see
radiuses.
it.
Yeah, this is. You were in the void, the dark void, trying to slunk off out of sight. You created a cantrip of light. It's visible. You're on presumably the edge of the encampment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, people will be able to see. It's dark now.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like, let's say,
No.
like a.
What are you doing?
Like a
How long are you
phone
gonna do that for?
light kind of
4
thing, like very
hours.
small, just like.
Yeah, it's like it's a ball of light, right? The cantrip.
No, that's not what I wanted at all.
Or what did you do?
I don't know if you can change the size of it. Yeah,
You just.
but
come
you
by
you
eye.
do make out the name now,
Nothing.
Johnny.
No, I'm not dying on this hill. No,
What do you mean?
no, I'm gonna see what how strong the light was.
So you are dying on
What?
the hill.
I'm just gonna tell you that
Okay,
it's,
it shines a bright light in a 20-foot radius. Okay, fuck that. Fuck that.
Wait.
Fuck that. No.
But can you go back on your actions?
Nope.
Ah,
It's up to you.
Okay.
Oh well, I turned it on. I turned it on
Because you
for.
already gave him the message. If you hadn't given him the message yet, he could.
I just turned it on for like a brief second and then I turned it off and I yelled like, oh shit, oh,
Johnny, what the hell are you doing with that spotlight?
my bad. I misfired. I was I'm tired.
misfire.
Go the hell to sleep. You need the rest.
You do see the name with that brief amount of light that you saw.
Oh, excellent.
It's Baron Ralzamon von Andes.
What?
That's right how it sounds, bro.
Yeah. Baron Ralzamon von Andes. Baron. He's a baron of the land.
Baron.
Ralzamon
von
Andes.
Can you call me Ralzamon?
Ralzamon von Andes.
Von Andes.
Von Andes. Oh, that's some improv writing right there.
Right.
Right. I walk back to the campfire and I apologize.
Yeah. Get some sleep.
But
Get some
yeah,
rest.
other than that, it's an uneventful night again.
Well, while I'm just playing on the lute, I want to take a look at this scroll with magical writing that's on it as well. Is the writing? Am I able to perceive what it is? I mean, is it a scroll of magical spells, or is it a scroll with writing on it, with the writing itself being magical?
Scroll?
What do you roll?
You don't know that I picked up a scroll, but I was looting the sorcerer's body and found a scroll and some pearls,
yeah.
and also a necklace which he told me was trash, so I threw in the river. But it might have been good.
Oh, the magical you threw it away?
Yeah, he told me it was trash.
You told me that literally you took my advice and just tossed it in.
Yes.
Alright, well, I don't give a shit about that because I don't care. There's no magic
Wow.
so.
Roll is it an arcane check?
Arcana check.
Yeah, Arcana.
9.
Any bonus?
That is with the bonus.
Okay, interesting. You can't really make out any of the gibberish on the scroll, but it seems like it would be something of value. I mean, why else would a priest?
But I just don't know anything of it.
No.
I'm just strumming on the scroll.
Let me have a crack at it when I wake up.
I'll have to.
No,
Show
even
this
before
to
Ashley
someone.
grabs it and turns it into an audible lance strike and just fucking blows a hole through the earth.
Do I see this scroll? I'm holding it up.
Are you in bed? Or
I'm sleeping.
No,
When you do this-
while everyone else is asleep.
everyone? Yeah, I mean everyone
Yeah.
sees it. Yeah.
Everyone sees it. No, while everyone's asleep.
Oh, everyone's asleep.
Yeah, I'm the
I'm
first watch.
meditating,
I'm
so
the
I
first
haven't
watch.
seen
She's
Yeah.
she's
I'm probably
meditating.
having a nightmare about fucking crows and shit.
So you're all asleep.
And then I'll sleep while she
Yeah.
finishes
You
meditating.
rotate your watches and
So I'm awake and alive again. I get my hit points and my spell
yeah,
points back.
you're rested up.
Yay.
You know,
Everyone
full
is
rest.
rested.
Everyone gets
Big
a long rest.
nice.
The night passes without much going on. Uneventful, all things considered. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, get reset. Do I get max
My
HP?
sorcery points.
Do I reset the HP?
I think so. With
Yeah.
a full
After,
rest,
if
right?
it's been a long rest, yeah.
Yeah. Josh, it's now the morning.
Yes.
Oh, no,
Alan.
This is my other character, no sorcerer.
Roll,
I'm not a sorcerer.
Roll the wisdom saving throw again for me.
Woo! That'll be a 3.
All right. Give me a moment.
A 3. On
Yeah.
the wisdom's. Dear. Oh, that was a saving throw, you said.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm gonna get
you
some
you feel
nasty.
something kind of lurching in your throat, like, and then suddenly,
Like I'm throwing up, or like my heart's in my mouth, like I'm scared.
and suddenly like you're hiccuping. Hiccup. I don't really, I forgot what hiccups sound like.
Yeah, I got it.
Honestly. Yep.
Too much ale, wizard. Spit it out.
You start hiccuping, and on your third hiccup, a small fish pops out of your mouth and starts flapping. A live fish.
Jesus Christ!
Yep. Keep hiccuping. Yep.
Jonny, did you do this?
And
No,
on
I'm
your,
not doing anything. What are you on about?
Is this normal?
What
are
is
you,
going
is
on
this
your
when you
sixth
entertain?
hiccup,
Lysha.
a small snail comes out of your mouth. Sea snail.
Oh, that's foul. What are you? Whoa!
Druid!
Is this
Jesus.
the thing you do to entertain people?
Oh,
Play dumb druid.
blimey.
Are you
What is
accusing
this?
me of
Cleric?
doing
Is
this?
this? What are you doing?
Oh, sure, we were in a fight yesterday. And now I'm coughing up snails. Very reasonable.
Yeah.
Of course, pure coincidence.
Every third hiccup, you seem to be coughing up either some salty water or a different piece of kelp or a small snail or a small fish.
How do you stop this?
And this
Would I recognize anything about what's happening here?
It just appears as a man is throwing up small fish.
I'm fucking super amused by
and
this.
other
I just
sea
think-
objects.
All I can
Yeah.
picture is Ron and Harry Potter.
How do
right
we-
now.
how do we help him?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well-
It's every third hiccup like clockwork. You throw up various sea objects, and this continues for 10 minutes.
You're not doing this to entertain us, are you?
Do
Of
I
course
look
he is.
entertained?
I look entertained.
Is this some spell you've cast?
Hey,
Yeah, I heard ale's great for the hiccups in the morning.
Yep.
Maybe something's actually wrong with
I
me.
can assure you I did not do this.
Yep. 10 minutes passes, and you good? No? Oh, he's all good.
I think I'm good.
Yeah. 10 minutes passes, and eventually it fades, but you're left exhausted from the entire thing. In front of you is a small pile of fish and snails
I have a basket of fish.
and water. Yeah.
All of these look edible.
So you like the reverse Jesus or something?
Olika, what are these fish? Are they native here?
Oh, these fish here. She like picks one up, sort of inspects it almost, drops it in her mouth, chews it up.
I've already... What? That was in me, Olika.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't want to waste food. I was always taught not to waste food.
I'm food if you think deeply enough. Don't eat things that have come out of
Look,
me.
it's the
generally
same
speaking.
concept as Belle Delphine's bathwater. It's just a fan.
Who?
So
Who is that?
Olika recognizes all of the fish, and she's like, "Oh yeah, these are all common catches in the fishing village where I come from."
Why is this happening to me, Olika?
I don't know. Have you ate fish?
Have I ate fish? No, I haven't ate fish.
Perhaps you
I also
pissed
haven't
off-
ate snails.
Perhaps you
snails,
pissed
and
off
sea
the
salt.
dragon in the lake and they saw fit to bewitch you. I mean, we all kind of pissed that dragon off, really.
Why
But maybe
me?
you especially.
No, I didn't especially piss the dragon off.
Have you picked up anything strange lately?
We've been doing a lot of strange things, but no stranger than anything that anybody else has picked up.
Enchanted objects, possibly?
The sorcerer? I had a feeling yesterday that somebody was watching me.
That sounds like paranoia.
A paranoia, sure. Is it paranoid that I'm now coughing up small sea life?
Yeah, but I think
Seems less like
assuming that
paranoia.
the two are connected is surely.
No, I'm sure this is a wild coincidence that I'm suddenly coughing up fish.
Oh, you being paranoid with you coughing up fish. Do you realize how weird it is that you're coughing up fish?
Yes, I realise how weird that is. It's not
Yeah.
a normal
Maybe
human
detect
interaction.
magic on his fish.
Could you?
Detect magic.
Rain dance my fish. Or maybe me.
Enchanted. This is going to be enchanted fish.
Johnny.
What are you talking about?
Johnny.
No, I don't want to. No, you look. You are one incredible being, but you're not magical. Okay, just
I'm certainly capable of producing fish seemingly at will.
yeah.
Okay.
But perhaps you're just sick.
Is this the kind of thing that like someone with like an arcane knowledge would be able to identify this phenomenon, or is it just completely random? No. Well, it's
Somebody
stopped
has
now.
done this to me. Don't give me
Well,
it's stopped now. Somebody
well,
has done this to me.
It's over now, surely. So if it happens again, we'll investigate further.
Maybe you're
but
allergic to the river dwarf.
I've never seen an allergy
no.
druid that ended with people
No.
coughing up fish.
all that guy is.
I've seen
incredible.
allergies that cause people to
say
vomit.
that.
Yes, as have I. And not vomit fish. I haven't eaten
you eat
fish.
fish?
No, haven't eaten fish.
Well, how do you
Nor
expect?
sea snails.
How do
Do
you
you ever
expect?
eat in your sleep?
They're
by
still
accident?
alive, for God's sake.
Yeah, they're just flopping on.
Oh,
the
okay.
ground.
How about you bag those up for later? I mean, like, what do you expect to do about this now, anyway?
Find the cause.
I mean, we're in the middle of a large field. He refuses to detect magic. We could look around.
Well, I don't know. I'm incredibly put off by this. And the fact that nobody's helping me.
Yeah.
They all just think it's funny that I've been hiccuping up
Helping you?
fish.
What? This is unprecedented.
What
I
about
tried to pat your back.
Did you offend some god by throwing away the jewelry last night?
Oh, okay. I could try to speak with one of the fish.
Yes, speak with one of the fish. Ask it where it's been.
Holy shit! 10 gifted
Okay.
subs. Fuck.
I'm
Up to 20.
gonna burn a spell for this, but I will cast a level 1 speak with animals, and for the next 10 minutes I can talk to beasts.
You wanted to be a few different characters today.
The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at a minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations, monsters,
suck
including
the
whatever they
mind,
can perceive or
Bren.
have
Don't suck
perceived
the
within the
mind.
past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the GM's discretion. So,
You could
so
talk.
I'm trying to talk to the fish. So I carry it over, like hold it in my hands in the water. Are you all right? Do you feel better?
What? Where am I? Where am I?
You're in. You're all right. You're all right. Calm down, please. I'm going to save you. Where did you come from?
I'm swimming! And now I'm here!
So where were you swimming?
I don't know, in my home!
What is your home like? Tell me about your home.
There's water! Fish!
What is the water like there? Is it clear? Is it brackish? Is it a large space?
I don't know what brackish means. I was swimming, minding my own business, eating the little bits and bobs that comes along, and
Are there any notable creatures that live near where you live that could help us pinpoint where you're coming from?
I don't know. I swim and I eat, and now I'm here, and it's light. I don't know where I am.
You saw a light.
I don't know where I am.
Light before you got here.
Help!
Please calm down. Hold on. I'd like cup some water and hold them in my hands and get another fish and put them both in the water together.
Where are we? I don't know. What's happening? I don't know.
Look,
It's okay. Calm down.
you are getting
I want to help
stonewalled.
you get home.
Home. What?
Anything you can tell me that would help me find where you came from.
I don't know. Water. I need water.
P. Sherman.
You're in the water.
This is not gonna.
But you're
it's not
from
gonna work.
fresh water then, because you're alive and you're in fresh water now.
Help.
Are you not from fresh water?
Help.
Are they dying?
Help us.
Give it up!
Damn it.
Jesus.
I'm going to try and talk to one of the snails.
The snails?
Oh my fucking god.
I have 10 minutes. I'm going to talk to
Sherman,
every creature I
42
can.
Wallaby Way,
To
Sydney!
see if any of them know anything. So I'm going to see the snails. Do you know anything, little man? Woman,
Wagwan
creature?
Majid?
Are snails asexual? Snails are asexual.
Wagwan Majid.
Wagwan.
What are you saying?
Where did you come from?
I was just chilling, I was down in the bottom of the sea. And next thing you know, I come out here and I'm out on the ground.
Can you tell me you were on the bottom of the sea?
Yeah.
Is it salty there?
I was just slinging around, you know how we do.
Right. Is there anything you can tell me about what lived in the sea?
Yeah, I mean, you see fish, man, and a lot of fish sometimes.
Pokeball?
Lot of fish, I tell you. And bomberclats, they're coming around these parts.
I'm sorry, what?
The bomberclats, they're coming around these parts, man,
I don't know what that is.
You know, we be making the swimming, man, you know.
But we can't hear any of this, right? All we perceive is fish noises.
The fishes are panicking from what you can see. The snails just chilling.
Are you learning
God,
anything?
Honestly, let this act of God
They
just
came
fucking
from
kill me
somewhere
right now.
else, not from inside you. They were swimming and there was a bright light and then they were here.
So sorcery. So somebody still knows that we're out here. Somebody's still fucking with us from that village.
I can't tell where they came from though. All they will tell me was there was fish.
We've only been from here to there. It must be somebody at the village. We are being followed. People know that we're here.
What do we do then? We can't find them, we can't perceive them. We can't go
watch.
back
Well,
now.
I kept asking about things that lived in the water near them, and no one mentioned a dragon.
I heard bomberclats out of one of the conversations.
Did you?
Listen. Oliver, where to the rock from here then?
The rock?
We've got no choice but to continue with our present course.
Well, it's going to be a couple of days' trek. I know the direction. I know roughly where to go. If we find a nearby town or village, they'll be able to give us closer directions.
Oh dear.
Oh, they hit Act of God.
They did, yeah. Yeah.
We know, guys. We know.
Bren's-
But if we keep having Act of God after Act of God, it just ends up becoming like the end game in Final Fantasy VIII. Like it just.
I
keeps
think
getting-
Bren's going to incorporate it at some point.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I
We'll get
am
it.
gonna incorporate the act of God when it's right.
keep the snail. The snail was pretty chill. I might like that chill little snail, like spritz him with some water and let him like ride on my shoulder
man.
if he wants
The
to.
snail, yeah, man, we be chilling, you know.
We'll be chilling down
We'll
on
be
the
making
sea
waves.
floor, bro.
He
Right.
seemed pretty chill.
Right, so, we need to find a village then.
A village?
Well, surely a road continues
Olika
on.
knows the way. She knows roughly the direction to go in.
What does the snail think about her knowing the way? Does
I mean,
I'd much rather the
snail
snail...
can only understand Lysha.
I'd
And
much
only
rather
for
the
10 minutes at a
snail...
time.
Yeah.
Can the snail just tell us that they know the way?
The snail, I mean, I don't know if I know the way, man. Like, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if I know the way. Where are you trying to get to, man?
We're headed towards Dotane's Rock. Are you familiar?
I only know a lot of sea.
That seems fair. I'm
Um,
trying to keep you in as temperate a climate for you as possible. Spritz, spritz.
Spritz.
Oh, it's luscious fun. Oh, love it.
Well, Olika, then lead on. We'll, do we
What's
take...
your name,
do
little
we ta-
snail?
Shut up. Do we take our chances with this village?
With the what?
Well, because we just think you're crazy talking to the snail. We have no
Yeah.
idea.
Oh,
That's true.
I asked the snail what his name was.
You're just making weird snail
Do we
noises.
My
take a
name?
chance?
Barry.
Barry. His name is Barry.
Great.
Shouldn't you put him down in this?
Looks like he'd be better in the grill. And then in my... Never mind.
How dare
Do
you.
we
He
chat?
came from my stomach, and I can assure you it's not a pleasant experience.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, we should follow Olika.
You're supposed to swallow.
Oh, is it a sea snail? Maybe I should put him underground.
We should follow Olika.
Yeah.
Olika is ready. She's like kind of just looking at you all. Like she's talking to a snail on her shoulder. And she's
Barry,
like,
do you
come on.
want to come with us, or would you rather stay by the river?
Well, you know, I don't really know where I am right now, fam. I'm just kind of like, one day I was looking for a little bit of food, a little bit of munching on some kelp, and then next thing you know, fam, wow, end
should
up just
probably
getting
leave you
chucked
here
out
then,
of some
because as
fam little
much
bumper
as I
clot's
would like
mouth,
to
isn't it?
take-
Right down onto the floor, bro.
Right, and you saw a light before that happened?
Yeah, well, it was a lot that went on, you
I mean,
know.
I see her talking, having this conversation. I'm shouldering my bag, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Right,
getting the
well,
fuck
I'm
out
gonna
of
kind
here.
of like put him down next to the water. There's probably not gonna be much kelp where I'm going. Sorry.
Why, you're leaving,
Oh.
Barry?
All right, fam.
I
See you
don't want to
later.
leave Barry, but I have to leave Barry. I
Yeah.
can't feed him.
All right.
And we're going towards deserty stuff.
The snail is just, yeah.
Here are some of
I-
your friends, and I'll put other snails near him so he's got
Oh.
friends.
Hey, what you saying, Randy? Just chilling, fam. You know? Hey. Yeah, he's having a whale of a time. I don't think they realize
A
they're
snail
gonna
at
die.
the time.
Yeah, they don't. It's
They don't know what
snail
They
time.
don't realize what? That they're gonna die?
Yeah.
They're gonna die? Are they from saltwater?
Well, I mean, they're underwater snails.
Well, that's why I put them
you
in
know.
the river.
Oh, you put him in a river?
Yeah.
They might be alright. I don't know. He's just chilling.
You won't know either
You
way.
may have just introduced the foreign species into the local ecosystem.
Well, didn't really think about
We'll
that.
see. But I mean, they're slinging off a little pack of
Lysha's
snails.
a great conservative. Like she's very, very good at looking after conservation. Should
Yes.
I say? Yes. Jolly good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Olika's setting off on the way.
Okay.
And you're beginning your journey, what it feels like, for the 20th time again.
Setting
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I mean, you've
Trudging.
already travelled quite a distance. You pass through the rolling pastures. You know, you can see crumbling walls in the distance sometimes as well. Often there's villages that are just going about their daily business. You know, just trying to make ends meet and just farming up. You know, living kind of like just off the land, as it will. And yeah, I mean, you see sometimes there's crumbling towers. The weather seems quite temperate. It doesn't really change too often. But one day you wake up on the third day of your travels, and the wind is howling a ferocious sound. A very mean wind on the air. Olika is frightened by this prospect as well.
Can you describe the landscape to us?
Yeah, so you've made camp just at the edge of a forest.
Right.
So the outskirts, you can see an open plain leading out. There's a path as well. So you're hidden from view of the path, but you're kind of just next to a plain, the trees, and then you can see a path in the distance where the stone wall is slightly crumbling down. And suddenly, a storm cracks into existence above all of your heads,
Directly above us.
directly above you.
Okay.
And you are met with torrential rain immediately.
Oh.
It comes pouring down out of nowhere. The wind picks up and is howling, bending between the oak trees behind you, backwards and forwards. It's causing the entire forest, it feels like, to creak and go side to side. and you can hear the sort of the moan of the forest from behind you.
Quickly, find some shelter. I'll just dive out the way. Find some
Thunder.
shelter, quick.
Immediately, I'd cast Druidcraft to make that little snow globe that tells me if this is going to stay for the next 24 hours. What the weather's gonna
You
be
get
like.
no information from it. Yeah, this seems to be, it's not a natural phenomenon, from what you can tell. But, I mean, you do get some information. You know it's not a natural phenomenon. This is definitely, something's at work here.
Druid woman,
Someone
surely.
made this happen. This is not natural rain. And I'd start running out of the rain.
Can you
as
not
well.
speak to the wind and... No, okay, she's gone. All right.
So thunder starts to roll across the land. Lightning flashes in the distance as well. And the wind brings a smell of open water. The creak of wood beneath your feet and
Fucking
sea
Gilbert.
shanties sung
Fucking
by
Gilbert.
eerie voices.
The dragon. The
On
dragon.
the horizon, illuminated by the lightning, as the sky dims, you see what appears to be a spectral ship sailing across the open sky, coming towards you. A translucent outline of unearthly green light.
Damn, we managed to roll Kunka really early on in the game.
The sails are in tatters, and impossibly it sails over the land itself, carried by a wave that crashes over everything in its path. Everyone roll a perception check.
Fuck.
24.
Fuck me.
19.
21.
5.
20.
5?
Yep.
Well, you all see the ship, obviously. This is apparent. You
I
can't
do.
really miss it. But a few of you who passed the perception check, it was a difficulty of 15, you see at the helm of the ship, it is being stirred and driven by what appears to be almost a familiar figure, but not quite. A figure that's been twisted almost, corrupted by the sea itself. It appears that Gilbert, the old man of the raft, is at the helm of the ship. The eye patch, where he once lost his eye to the Dragon of Silver, has been replaced now by what appears to be a glowing red ruby as well. His skin has been transformed, scaly in nature now, blue in its makings. He's not a human anymore. He's something much more, it seems. And he comes, and he's crawling towards you in your spectral ship still.
Oh Lord, what a ship.
The ghostly helmsman. He returns.
He is, yeah.
Is it a vision?
Gilbert, it's you!
I don't think he's here to make friends.
What?
That's
Gilbert's dead. What are you
not.
talking about?
That is not Gilbert.
Yeah.
That is judgment from God.
You should
Wait,
know about this,
what?
Johnny.
Judgment from God.
Look at
Cleric,
it.
man, you're familiar with the gods. What is this? What is this foul sorcery that has been visited unto us?
Well,
I have
don't know
never
what
seen
happened
anything like it, but I must say it's very odd to have a spectral ship in the open.
I would say it's very strange.
Oh, odd?
Yeah.
The thing is coming for us.
It's moving at such a rapid speed that I mean, just based off of how far it's moved already, you would not be able to outrun it.
So we're going to be hit.
If it's
Climb the trees.
Yeah, Gilbert is coming, and he is coming for you.
Split up and enter the forest.
Yeah.
We have to divide.
Oh, I'm gonna use my
I
incredible
could make us pass without a tracing.
9 strength.
This is a spectral ship. It probably.
He's probably not gonna.
So what you want us to split up, run different directions.
Yes.
One
split the
person
party?
is
That
hit.
sounds like a terrible plan.
Pretty much useless. The ship is
I'd be
gaining
starting to climb a
speed.
tree.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you can climb a tree if you like.
Well,
I'm
if the
gonna make a
water's
roll
gonna
for it.
crash around the base of the.
Yeah, it's a ghastly water. It's not. It seems ethereal almost. Nature, right? It's crashing.
I'd rather it didn't crash on me.
Sure. Yeah.
How close? How close are we talking here? Like
It's-
how many seconds until it's going to hit
In
us?
2 minutes, the ship will be.
I see.
Right on.
We have 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
I have no
will-
idea what to do. We
Can you climb a tree
why would I want to climb a tree?
so that ghostly water doesn't crash on you? I'm not arguing with you. I'd just start climbing. Make me roll for it. That's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna start climbing a tree as well. I'm just panicked at this point. I'm just following anybody's advice.
Okay.
I'm going to sprout wings and try and get above this.
Trying to get above it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or at least up so I can see what the hell's going on properly.
Yeah. So as you sprout wings and launch yourself into the sky, you're climbing trees. You see the ship
Also, you
gaining
have
speed,
potion
and suddenly it
climbing.
comes to a crashing
You
halt
have
as
a
the,
potion.
the ghostly anchors get left found. As Gilbert, or what was once Gilbert, is shouting out commands to his skeleton crew of merry
I see what you did there.
merry men of skeleton crew. and the ship comes to a screeching halt as the anchor sort of tears up the landscape as well. Finally comes to a stop, and Gilbert shouts, "You promised me my eye!"
Johnny, I believe that's you.
I'd say we're a party and we make mutual decisions.
Easy for you to say, but I'm up here and you're down there. I could just fuck off right now.
Yeah, I've downed my potion of climbing and I've whittled my way up the tree as fast as I possibly could. And I'm shouting down, "Johnny, heal his eye! Heal the man's eye!"
Wise fisherman.
Everyone roll for initiative.
Never mind. I'm not going to try and talk to the guy.
Oh, dear.
15.
Okay.
Yeah.
11.
8.
16.
All right, you have to tell me your numbers in a minute.
All right. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I've lost a pen.
You lost the black one.
Yeah, it's okay. I've got green to show the ship.
His
Twitch-
eye, all you have to
Right.
do is actually just
Twitch
fucking
chat
heal his
suggested
eye.
Lichbird. Should
Yeah,
call
but we
him Lichbird?
can't heal his eye. It's been gone
Go on,
for
well,
9
then
years.
Why didn't they just heal in the first place?
We
He
did,
didn't
we
have the
tried.
ability to.
But-
he tried to,
yeah.
and then he conned him.
Couldn't you have done it?
No.
No, it's
You
far
can't do
too
that until you're
powerful.
like level 13 or some shit.
Fuck.
Or more than that.
Yeah, no, we totally fucked it by even suggesting that we could heal his
So
eye.
I'm just suspended in midair on, well, I'll be honest, kind of golden wings, yeah, looking down and seeing this guy. What are you doing, Johnny? Are you climbing a tree? We've got two people in
Two of
trees.
us.
No, I'm
Climb
just
the
like
tree.
hiding by a tree. I'm not climbing.
I
I'm
think
just
he-
standing by a tree.
I think he knows where you are, Cleric. It appears you have much to answer for.
And I shall face those answers head on.
I respect your style, but we may be a little outmatched here.
We might be outmatched, but I do not know how to climb a tree effectively. So
Well,
I will
then.
remain on the
I don't know if it's because it's auto-focusing on your arm right now, but it looks like that mat's a little out of focus.
We'll just drag it close to the camera. I
It's
think.
also not as good a webcam, so we
Oh,
can't
I
do
see.
that.
Alright, fuck off.
The tree line is over here. So if you want to point your
Sure. I'll be airborne over here.
Oh, I just dropped my mic. It's me.
place where you are, where you're all
Oh,
at right
so Lichbird is our act of God here.
now. Lichbert
Yeah.
is the act of God.
So where are you, Lysha? Because I followed you up a tree.
My little.
That's Johnny just on the floor.
my little
is this
dude's
you?
Missing. Yeah, that's
Oh,
usually-
right.
That's okay.
Well, there
I
you
don't
go.
really
You
care.
can have it.
I don't care. That one just makes me think I'm Pyre, and then I get forgetful.
I'm going to be the little boy.
So I'd probably be up, like where are the trees here? Does it matter?
I'm pretty
I
much
don't know.
on
I'm
the
up a
trees.
tree like here,
Okay,
and
well.
so you'd be up the same tree.
Well, I'm up an
Or a
adjoining
tree,
tree.
an-
Not
an
exactly.
adjacent
Yes, an
tree.
Right.
adjacent tree.
What were your initiatives?
15.
16 for Eren.
8.
Okay. So it's Eren. Who was the next highest?
It was Alan.
Yeah, I'm 15.
Then Johnny, then me.
Okay. Okay. Gilbert, Eren, you get the first action on this. He
Okay.
rocks up. He seems pissed. He's holding a trident in one hand, his gleaming ruby eye where his eye was missing, and he lets out a command saying, "I was promised an eye from you's lot, and I was sunk to the bottom of the sea, but I was gifted a new one from Silver. She comes to remind you of the debt you owe. 24 days. 1,000 gold to be delivered. You have 24 days." And then he jumps off of the ship down onto the ground level with some of you.
Okay.
So,
And of course,
you move Gilbert for me.
Is it just Gilbert? He has a skeleton crew, but I guess they're not.
The crew
they're
is
not.
they're not combat people.
Right.
They're just there to rig the sails.
If you wish us to deliver it in 24 days, perhaps fighting now would not be prudent.
Well, I think you all need to be reminded. It seems you have forgotten your oaths.
Oh, we have not forgotten. We are in the process of journeying to a place of great wealth to bring such money back as we are obligated to.
So you're in the sky, Eren. You two are in trees.
Yeah.
And Johnny is just on the floor, right?
On the ground.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Gilbert does not take your shit anymore. He doesn't take anyone's shit. And he's going to cast a level 2 spell on you two in the tree.
Dan, he seems really mad.
Yeah.
You guys made him really
I
mad.
never did anything to him. Johnny's the one who dragged him above decks and brought him on the ship in the first place. Josh lied to him. Okay, to be fair.
It was necessary to lie to him.
Yeah. He's going to cast Gust of Wind
Oh, shit.
and blast the tree with a gust of wind to just shake you both out of the tree.
If I've used Potion of Climbing, does that allow me to stay in the tree at all? Or does that just help me get up there in the first place?
Is that what you used?
Yeah.
Oh, you just got up there, mate. You're just very good at climbing. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So he's gonna create a big blast of wind coming from the sky downwards, pushing down onto you, trying to push you down out of the tree. So both of you roll a strength saving throw.
Oh, no.
Oh dear.
8.
Also 8.
Yeah. Well, you're both out of the tree now. You try your best to hold on, but the wind is too powerful and pushes you both down into the ground.
Okay.
He's got druid spells.
Yeah.
It would appear we have very little choice here now, friends.
The next person to act, Eren, is your turn.
I've used
Starting
that spell
from the top
before.
of the
You
chain.
saw me
I
use
can't
that spell
stay
before.
up in the air that very long. I mean, I see this guy trying to attack us. I'm not very smart.
Yeah.
I will engage him. Yeah.
Okay.
So I will fly down.
Fly down.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I'm gonna have a swing at him. Where's the dice? There we go.
Do it.
So I'm gonna make an attack. See if I can fucking hit this guy. 18.
Whoa.
18.
I have,
Yeah,
plus, I have plus 6 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
So we get
Are you using this new greatsword as well?
just a great sword as far as we know right now. Yeah, nothing's really special about it. Can I borrow a d6, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Is there not one in there?
There was only one. I get 2d6
Right.
here. So it's 8 plus 4 is 12, plus an extra 4 damage because I'm Radiant Soul, so I get an extra damage equal to my level, so it's going to be 16 damage.
So as you, how much damage are you swinging him for?
16.
16. So you feel drawn to a similar feeling that you felt earlier, a bloodlust effect as you hit him. And you can feel it radiating from the feather that you've been keeping in your back pocket. So you are now under the effect of rage, and it's this bloodlust that's taking over you. You get a lot of bonuses, buddy. Yeah, you get a lot of bonuses on you. You get advantage on strength checks, strength saving throws. You get +2 to all your melee damage rolls.
Jesus.
Okay.
Resistance to all non-magical weapon damage.
I have to find out a way to add this in.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
And in addition, you are compelled to crush all your foes and put them to the sword. When you run out of foes, the rage continues, urging you to slaughter all those nearby. It's an insatiable bloodlust effect that's taken over. Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
That's a barbarian effect, I think. All right, let me just. I need to bring it up so I can. I assume this is going to be relevant. So, well, I'm fucking mad. I guess. Yeah.
How much damage do you take off of him?
What's that? He takes 16 damage.
16. All right.
Big hit. Big fat hit.
Okay.
Rage. Here we go. Oh well, yeah. I'm not. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay. It is Alan. Your turn.
My turn.
Yeah, you've been knocked down out of a tree.
Okay, I've been knocked out of the tree. I'm going to cast Detect... Oh, well, no, actually.
Out of curiosity, are we prone or are we standing when we fall?
You're all standing. I'm not going
You're
to
not
mess
gonna
around
just
and make you stand
Make
up.
us stand up and all that jazz.
Okay, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts. Second level Detect Thoughts on Gilbert. I want to probe into this guy's motivations and see how much deep shit we're actually in and what has led him to try and kill us when he's actually just on a mission from Silver to make sure that we repay it. So he has to... Do you know the way it works?
No.
You have to make a wisdom saving throw. What is it?
And it doesn't work on people.
It says
on creatures
attack
with
save.
intelligence 4 or less.
Attack save wisdom 15. All right, so he would have to roll a wisdom saving throw and hit 15.
Yep.
And initially, I learned the surface thoughts of Gilbert, and as an action, in my second turn around, I can probe deeper as long as my concentration isn't affected.
Yeah. Well, you kind of fail. You fail to peer into his mind.
I can't even tell.
And as you begin to cast this spell onto him, he locks eyes with you with his ruby eye, glares at you, and you feel a searing pain throughout your entire body. As a reaction to this, he has the eye of silver. And
Oh, shit.
yeah, he glares at you. You take...
Oh, shit.
You take 7 fire damage.
What the fuck? Okay.
And, yeah,
Oh shit.
and that's it.
Right, well, solid.
Wow.
It is now...
Oh wait, sorry, I've got a bonus action as well, so I'm
Yep.
just gonna bardically inspire. I'm gonna bardically inspire Eren because Eren's currently fighting. That might end up coming to bite me in the ass, but I wouldn't know that at this point. So yeah, I'm gonna use bardic inspiration on Eren.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just gives you an extra d6.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Johnny, it is
D6,
now your turn.
Yes, I will keep it rather
To hit
simple,
or whatever.
and I will send
Right.
a bolt his way. I will send a guiding bolt his way, which is 5d6.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to roll to hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it's a
Roll a Constitution saving throw. So actually, roll to hit first. Roll to hit first.
spell. That's 9 plus intelligence, 12.
Okay. As you're beginning to cast your guiding bolt, Gilbert locks onto you again with the same eye that he has previously locked onto Alan, and you take 1 fire damage. It's not a lot. You take 1 fire damage, but your spell is disrupted from the process,
Oh, fuck.
and your unless you have a bonus action, your turn is void.
Rip.
Let me see if I can see if there's any. Can do any bonus
Well,
actions.
that ain't good.
Yes, I'm going to use spiritual weapon, which is a bonus action of mine.
Okay.
Which does what?
I create a floating spectral weapon that lasts for the duration of 1 minute. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. But the range is 60 feet. So if he's within 60 feet, I can summon a sword next to him.
Is this a cantrip?
No, it's a bonus action. Second level spell.
Okay.
Wow.
I use
Roll
it
it.
again?
Roll it. Yeah, you can use it.
Okay.
Can you cast 2 spells on the same turn?
Well, it's a bonus action, so I don't know if I...
I think you can only do spell and cantrip, but
Yeah.
What?
Was the
Oh, yeah,
was
that-
the other one a cantrip?
No. I think that was what Joseph said last time.
But I mean, as a bonus action, right? You.
Yeah, it just says 1 BA.
Yep.
So I don't know if I can. But... So, well...
How long does it take to cast?
Jesus Christ, you have so many spells.
No, it just says casting time, 1 bonus
So
action.
does Ash. She's got tons as well.
I think that's probably
Well,
fine.
I have tons, but I only have a certain number prepared each day. Like, you can't have all of the ones you have access
You
to
can't
prepared.
cast 2 level spells in 1 turn. Okay, we'll just skip it. I think it makes more sense to skip it. It's 2 powerful spells.
Okay. Lysha, it is your go.
I don't actually know what to do here. You're standing too close to him for moonbeams, so
I'm throwing hands.
you are throwing hands, and I don't know that you're going crazy yet. Also,
Do I not look crazy?
Yeah, your veins are popping, bro.
The vascularity.
Yeah, but
I've been on
you're
that
still
Albuterex,
attacking
bro.
our enemy, so as far as I know, you're still just fighting our enemy and are into it.
That's
so,
right.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
But I guess I would, at this point, after being knocked out of the tree, I would probably... Like, how corporeal is he? Like, you can touch him?
Yeah, he's a physical person.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way he looks is he's the Gilbert that you know before. You can see the defining features, but the skin is scaly and mucousy, and
Okay.
the red eye, which is replaced as eye patch.
Gotcha. In that case, I would try to entangle him. So I'd cast Entangle in a 20-foot box around that area. I'm going to try and keep you just on the edge of it.
Okay.
So I have a 90-foot range, so I can just cast it with him in it and honestly try and catch whatever's on the ship as well, so any skeletons are getting entangled.
Gotcha. Do you have to roll to succeed
He
this?
gets, I don't have to roll to succeed, you get to roll to save. It's a strength saving.
Roll a Constitution save for me.
Con?
Uh-huh.
Bro, Gilbert is not having it, dude.
14?
Uh-huh. That does not pass.
Wow.
So as you're casting Entangle, you take 3 fire damage. You feel a searing pain again through your arms as you're trying to cast out the spell.
Kill the party.
And the spell is disrupted once
You
more.
took 3 damage too.
I know, but we're
28
going to burn all
health
our spell slots.
Well, then stop being bitches and fight them like, you know,
Yeah.
fight them like fighters.
Okay.
You're trying to kill the
Do you have any bonus actions? any bonus actions?
Okay. No.
All right. Gilbert's turn.
Gilbert's turn. Ah,
Fucking
excellent.
hell.
Lich Gilbert.
Lichbert is coming for you. Okay.
Jamaican as well.
So presumably you guys are still from a distance, right? How far away are you from Mitch, or from Eren, I should say?
From
In terms
Eren?
of distance, yeah.
Maybe 10
Well,
feet? 15 feet?
Probably
10 feet.
10 feet.
So that's pretty close.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, Gilbert steps back a little bit, and Jonny, you're probably like what, 20 feet away?
Yeah, sounds
You say?
reasonable.
Yeah, you're off to the side a little bit. Gilbert steps back a little bit and starts retching now in the middle of the fight. And as he starts retching, suddenly it starts slow, but a little dribble starts coming out. But eventually, he starts projectile vomiting out a flood of seawater. And,
You!
And it gets more and more powerful until eventually it is a giant flood that seems to just almost come out of nowhere of freezing cold tidal seawater that spreads across to all 3 of you.
Fuck.
You in front of you and you. Jonny, you're out of the way of it. But you 3 must make a dex saving throw now.
Oh, come on, bro. Oh, come on, bro.
17.
I have Bardic Inspiration.
15.
Best believe I'm going to use that shit because I've fuckled. Yeah, I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration for this. 16.
Okay, all 3 of you pass. So as it's coming out, you all notice it. Just, I mean, again, it was a wind up. Somebody doesn't just projectile vomit cubic liters of water. But you,
Gallons at a time.
you managed to move out of the way of it, but you still do get hit by some of the worst of it. But it could have been much, much worse.
God, thank God for that Bardic Inspiration. I'll be fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just roll the damage
God.
real quick. Yep. Okay. Okay, so all of you take 6 bludgeoning damage from the force of it, and 4 cold damage from the freezing cold of it.
Oh my god,
And
and that
that's
was
when we
with a dex
succeeded.
chain
Yes,
save?
yeah, it would have been double that.
So we all took 10 damage.
Yeah, you took 10 damage. You're not knocked prone or anything. You're still standing, but you've all just been battered with this this tidal
fuck.
wave of freezing water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been using the wrong character sheet. Fortunately, the
Okay.
character's the same, but I've been using the stat numbers from Doa's campaign.
What is your HP on right now?
Mine's on 6.
26.
26.
18.
18. Johnny's on his phone.
Sorry, I'm looking at spells. What was I doing?
What
It's
health
okay.
are you on?
No, you're just.
Oh, what health I'm on? I'm on 26.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that was Gilbert's turn, so to speak. Eren, it's your turn.
Oh man, I could use that bardic inspiration now. Oof. Okay. Well, there's not much really else. I'm a fighter, so I'm probably just going to attack the guy.
I like to fight.
I like to fight. The question is if I try and go for a really big hit. I think I might try and do that. Because of I think I take I need to just check how it works. Sorry.
Remember, you are under this effect of bloodlust. You want nothing more than to just see him beneath your boot.
So I would likely go for this big hit, to be honest. I just need to find out how for a great weapon master. I know it's here. Yeah. So before I make a melee attack with a heavy weapon I'm proficient with, I can take a -5 penalty on the attack roll. If it hits, I add +10 to the attack's damage.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Say that again.
So, before you make a melee attack with a heavy weapon that you're proficient with, you can choose to take a -5 penalty to hit. If it hits, you add +10 to the damage.
That's dope.
Whoa.
Yeah. And if I'm enraged, I'm probably doing that.
Yeah. You remember you get bonuses to your.
Yeah. So I assume this is I'm not trying to metagame, but I assume this is going to last until you decide it's over. Normally it's like a minute, but yeah.
It's yeah. I mean, it is literally. It's not the same spell as the one you're looking up, like
Yeah,
the barbarian
sure.
spell.
Sure.
It's obviously coming from the enchanted feather you've picked up.
Sure. But it's the advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
+2 to your to melee damage rolls.
Yes, which is pretty good. But so plus how many? 2?
+2.
+2. Anyway, so I'm going to try and hit the guy anyway.
Yep.
So I'm not exactly functioning optimally right now. Well, that is a nat 1 to hit.
Crit
so.
fail.
Okay, after all that, -5 as well.
Yeah, so you've got a -4 in essence, but a crit fail.
Yeah. Well, technically, I have
Can't
a
crit
it's
fail
it's a
more than
plus
crit
it's a
fail.
+1.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a +1 because I have +6 to hit anyway. But yeah, I don't hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you
It's a
definitely
crit
don't
fail.
hit. Yeah, that is a crit fail. You charge Gilbert, and he looks at you with a smile, jagged rows of shark teeth, what appears to be some sort of like reptile. Starts to cackle and laugh as you charge towards him, and he unleashes a mystical sort of wave of almost cold air that takes you off of your feet just as you go for this swinging blow, and you're knocked prone in the process.
Do I take damage from that?
No.
Okay, that's all right. Fuck.
Yep.
All right.
It is Alan. It is your go.
Okay, I'm going to. Presumably, my potion of climbing is still active, right? It didn't
How
just
long does it
fail
last
as
for?
soon as I don't know. You told me I was given it by the dude at the beginning. I've never checked. But even if it only lasted a minute, it hasn't been a minute since I used it.
It's 1 hour.
1 hour. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm going to climb another fucking tree.
All right. Okay.
I'm climbing a tree.
Yeah.
And then my bonus action, I'm going to bardically inspire Eren again.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's the end of my turn. I mean, I can't shoot at the same time as climbing a tree, right? I can't climb the tree, then shoot from
No.
it. So yeah,
Climbing the
that's,
tree is an action.
that's the end of my go.
Okay. Jonny the Wise.
Guiding bolt.
Okay.
Can I
Roll
also
a-
shout during my turn? He seems to be immune to magic!
Roll a con save for me, Jonny the Papega.
Wait, what?
Roll a con save for me.
What do you think has happened every time someone has tried to magic the guy?
Well, you say that now, and I didn't know. What?
We were all
Fair
enough, fair enough.
It's fine.
Roll a con save.
I mean, it's in
for me.
character.
Well, what? It's just
A Constitution
D20,
save.
D20,
yeah, yeah. Plus your modifier.
15.
15. Okay. As you're trying to cast the guiding bolt again, you reach out the words and you begin charging the energy, and you feel a searing pain once more in your arm. Travels deep inside of you now, almost crippling, and you take 8 fire damage.
Oof.
And your spell is once again disrupted.
I get it.
Jesus.
I get it.
Stop shooting him with magic!
Yeah.
I get it. Shut up.
Bonus action. You want to cast another spell?
I can't. I'm done.
Do you have
Okay.
healing?
Oh
No,
shit, this
bonus
is going
action.
really badly. Okay.
All right,
Okay.
Lysha.
I am.
Question: How much time has passed? Would you say since the first round?
This is the first round.
Yeah. Like
I
how
mean,
long? Has
combat happens fast. I'd probably say a minute,
Okay.
and that's on the long end.
So I don't
honestly.
have my extra damage anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, when I grow the wings, I get extra damage because of my level.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, you wouldn't.
Alright.
Yeah.
All good.
I will be turning into a giant poisonous snake.
A round is 5 seconds. I mean, I'm assuming it takes more than 5 seconds to vomit up seawater. That's
up
why
to
I
you.
said a minute.
It's
You
up
know?
to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my beast shape to turn into a giant poisonous snake.
Okay.
She'd be the snack. What you gonna do, snack girl?
Well, I think transforming is my action, probably.
Okay.
Orochimaru-sama.
Yeah, as an action, you may magically assume the shape of a beast that you have seen before twice per short rest.
You've seen a giant sassy snake before, have
Yeah,
you?
I'm picking
Yeah.
things that I would conceivably have seen in the forest. A
Yeah.
giant snake is
Do they-
conceivable.
Did that one talk back as well? Or was that one
I
like?
don't know if I talked to that one.
Okay.
You could
It's a story
turn.
for another time. Why don't you ask me over a campfire?
You could turn into Barry then.
I could turn
Barry
into
the
Barry.
Snail. Yeah, man.
Barry
Barry.
versus Gilbert. Damn, that's like salty
Um,
bet goodness, bro.
So, yeah, I can stay in that
I think we're
form for up
fucked.
to 2
personally.
hours before reverting back to my normal form. So I'm a
I
giant
think we're
snake.
good.
Oh, how much health do you have left?
Well, now I
18.
have
Oh, that's not bad.
the stats of a giant snake, which I need to look at.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
That's the end of your go though.
But
Right?
that's the end of your go, right?
That's the end of my go.
All right.
Okay.
And it is now
Here we go.
Gilbert's turn
Well, shit.
again. He he takes a look at you prone on the ground, this fighter who's challenging him, and with disdain, disgust, he reaches up his hand and calls down, channels the energy,
Oh, yep.
and is going to call down a lightning bolt onto
Gilbert's
you.
become so OP.
Onto you?
Yeah.
Who the fuck else has the balls to challenge indirectly? Of course, well, you guys have been trying that. To be fair, you're just getting zapped for it. So, yeah, onto me, I assume.
Yeah. Give me a moment.
Fuck. I'm already prone. Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Holy moly. Okay. Roll a dexterity. Well, actually, no, you're going to fail it because you're prone.
I am prone.
Yeah. So, anyone got any D6s?
I got one here. How many of them do you need? Is that
need 8.
very, very cool. Very cool.
So,
It does 8d6 damage.
yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I can still cast spells while I'm a beast, but it
Yeah.
would have to have targeted me.
How much HP are you on?
28. No, 26 currently.
Okay.
It's been real.
Give us the live updates.
It's been real, chat.
Give us the live updates, man.
His face says not going well.
Okay, yeah, as Gilbert channels the power of the sea, he calls out, "Silver, I am reborn!" and slams down his trident into the ground, and a bolt of lightning pierces you straight directly into your abdomen and knocks you unconscious.
Oh.
What the fuck? The only person
How
that
much
could
damage
fight
did
him.
it do?
It did more damage than I can talk about.
Because
I
if it's-
rolled.
If he goes to -10, he's just dead.
Yeah, you're not dead. You're unconscious. You're unconscious.
Should I set my health points to 0?
Yes. Yeah. Set your health points to 0. Right, Alan.
Right. Well, righty-ho then. Okay. Well, fuck. I'm going to. Jesus
I
Christ.
mean, there's not much running away, is there?
We can prevail.
I'm going to
Chat.
I'm gonna
Help us.
use
Act of God.
I'm gonna use the bow to specifically aim for his eye
So it's a cool shot.
Okay.
and try and shoot him in
You're
the
gonna
eye.
have to roll very well
Yeah.
for this.
Okay.
Isn't
So
it a cool shot? So isn't it like, do you have disadvantage on this?
I actually have no idea how that
Trying
kind
it,
of stuff
because
works, but
well,
I've just got a check in my mind that you have to hit. So just roll to hit and add your
Okay.
modifiers, and
Alright,
if
wait,
you
what's the-
succeed, then
is the thing?
I will let you know.
okay.
Did you
I
get
aim.
that?
I aim for his eye. That's the only thing in my mind right now is the
it's
ruby eye.
It's the one eye.
I draw my bowstring back and roll an 8.
Well, that does not hit, and you unleash the arrow, and it just goes wide off to
Yeah.
the side. And Lichbert calls out, "You cannot win. It is inevitable."
I believe. You can do it.
How Lisbeth? Oh, Gilbert.
if only I was conscious to hear that encouraging
Gilbert,
display.
how will we ever pay back your master if you murder us all?
Oh, you will pay back. In life or death, you will pay back our mistress. And,
Nice try.
yeah. As he,
I roll to seduce Gilbert.
yeah, you roll to seduce Gilbert. No. I mean, maybe. Are you into fish?
No, actually,
Yeah.
as it turns out.
Yeah. Jonny, it's your go.
Alright, so this turn, I'm going to sprint up to Eren, and I'm going to use Spare the Dying.
Okay.
Which makes a creature with 0 hit points becomes stable.
He is already stable, so you don't have
Yeah,
to
I'm
do
just
it.
unconscious. I'm technically I'm stable. Otherwise, look, he could have just blown my dick off with that, and I'd be dead. So.
Okay. Then I'm going to use.
Will he be doing death saves right now?
I'm
otherwise?
going to use guidance on Eren, which
Guide me away from the light, perhaps.
What?
Guide me away from the light, perhaps.
That's not what it does, but you get like a D4 to add to an ability check.
Nice.
And I'm going to use a bonus action, Healing Word, level 1, which is 1d4 plus spellcasting modifier.
So I have a D6 and a D4 for checks, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I heal you for 7.
7 health. Now, would that actually make me conscious? Is the question?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
But now you're right next to Eren,
Yeah, I'm behind Eren. pretty
and
much.
you're both pretty weak.
And
you're
you're
right
both
in
next
front
to
of
No,
Gilbert
I
now.
got 18 hit points.
Oh, right, okay.
Well, that's nothing.
It's like I
nothing
consider that
compared to
weak.
Gilbert.
Given that Gilbert just did like probably 40 damage or something.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just say I got lucky, and yeah, before he decides to try and kill me. Thanks for the heals, fam.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Lysha.
Don't go into the light.
Lysha, it's your turn.
Lysha.
All right. Well, I have
You're
a
a
10-foot
snake.
reach. Am I within 10 feet of this dude?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna try and like I'm a giant snake. I'll try and like go around them and I'm gonna bite Gilbert.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah, it's
He
a
has
roll-
to
physical
make
attack.
roll to hit.
Nice.
plus 6 to hit. So 19 to hit.
Yeah, I hit. Oh.
So it says a DC.
Well, first you do
Saving
1d4
throw.
plus 4 damage.
Right, I do 1d4 plus 4 damage, piercing, and 3d6 poison damage. So that's 6 piercing damage and 1, 6, 12 poison damage.
But he has there's a
So-
DC saving throw.
So there
right?
is a DC saving throw.
Yeah.
Which is what?
It doesn't say what though. This is what I'm trying to. Target must make a DC on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Dexterity?
I would guess Dex.
A DC, yeah, it doesn't say anything else about
Well,
it.
he failed, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's the total amount of damage?
6 piercing and 12 poison. So total would be 18 damage.
Yep.
It was DC 11. Was the save.
Yeah, he failed. Right. Okay. It is Gilbert's turn, and he is not happy. Not a happy chappy.
Is that your South African accent?
He's a little bit of South African.
That's not bad.
I was not a giant spider. No, I'm a giant snake. But it also looks like it might be an 11. I'm just answering Joe.
All right, Gilbert. Wow.
Gilbert's health
Old
is
mate.
mental maths, mental arithmetic. Okay. Gilbert's not happy now. He's seething. Frothy seawater is coming out of his lips.
Oh, he's having a frothy with the boys.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's spinning out of control, and he screams into the eye. He says, "You will submit!" And he's going to call down another gust of wind onto all three of you.
Fuck off! I'm in the trees. Fuck off!
Onto this big group of people in front of him.
Wait, are we missing someone here? Oh no, we have 4. Sorry. Yeah.
Olika's just fucking.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know where the
it's
fuck
fine.
she is. She's out of
She's
here.
done enough. She gave them Pagas a rough.
Yeah, gust of wind onto all of you. So roll a strength check. You're already prone,
I'm prone.
right? Yeah. So you.
Oh shit! I'm actually weaker as a snake.
Yeah, your strength is lower. You have good dex. but
Everyone roll a strength check for me.
Except for me.
But you fail it. You're just already on the ground.
I'm gonna get fucking tossed around like flotsam, bro.
Nat 20.
7.
Okay. Not 20. So as Gilbert calls down the winds directly down onto you, it is gale of force winds, and all of you are pinned with the exception of one charismatic figure who defies Gilbert, locks him in the eye, and says, "I will." What did you say actually? Why am I talking for you?
I will defy you to the end, Gilbert. I fucked you over once and I'll fuck you over again, and screw your dragon too.
Stop speaking for me!
Holding on to the tree.
Okay.
Fuck you,
okay.
Gilbert.
So all of you, all of you, with the exception of Alan, are prone now. So
To explain to Chet, who is
Fine.
very confused on how I rolled a 2, no, I did not crit fail. I rolled a 2. The current form I am in only has a strength modifier of 0, not
Unlucky.
1 like
10
you see
strength, snake.
not 1 like you see on my character sheet.
Yep. Right. Well, yep. I'm prone. Very cool.
yeah, would you like to get up with your move?
I'm gonna actually get a bonus action and stand up.
Poggers, dude.
I have an action surge. I can get
Okay.
up. Now, upon waking, am I still enraged?
Yes, as long as the
Alright.
combat persists.
All right. I'm gonna go for a big slug then.
One thing in your mind, one thing only. Gilbert, you've got to go down.
So I have an extra D4 and a D6 to make this hit. Or do I have to decide if I use my bardic inspiration dice before I roll?
How does it work?
No, you can do it after you roll, but before you
Before
figure
he
out
tells
whether
you
it
if
works
it
or not.
hits.
Successful.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
Gotcha.
roll and then
All right. So
tell me what the roll
I'm
is.
taking hits. I'm taking a -5 to hit on this one. Just trying
Yeah.
to fucking clobber the guy. Well, okay. So a couple things. How does this work? Because I get a -5 to hit, but my character also crits on a 19 or 20, and I rolled a 19. So will I crit with this?
I think so. Yeah. I think
That's
the.
it.
Yeah.
So, right.
Would you like to use your bardic inspiration?
Joe says
There's-
yes.
Well, you crit anyway.
There's no need. I crit.
Oh, I see.
I hit because I get a
There
crit
you
on a
go.
19 or a 20.
Yeah. You crit the boy. Gilbert, in the midst of his channeling, what he didn't realize is the lumbering Hulk in front of him has been risen from the dead.
Now I double my damage, right? I don't do another damage roll alongside the first one I do. He's going to get hit really hard. I'll
Oh
be
yeah.
honest with you.
Yeah. He's gonna get. Gilbert.
Can I roll a D6 again?
You double the dice, though. I don't think you double the modifier. So,
sorry.
like, that
Oh,
plus
that's right.
10 would still just be a
What's
plus
that?
10, not
You
a plus
also
Yeah.
20.
get +2 remember
Plus
as
2,
well.
yeah. There's a lot of
So you double the
You
dice.
are on the gear. You are just juiced out of your mind.
9, 10, 11, 12, so 24, 36 damage.
Jesus Lord.
Wait, is that
You can roll
correct?
the modifier. You want to
So I got 12 on. Yeah, I know. I got
12 on the dice is
12
24 plus your modifiers, yeah.
Yeah.
36 damage.
36 damage.
Jesus.
Ooh, what an absolute Shadius Maximus.
Wow, describe what your actions are as Gilbert is calling down the gust of wind.
I mean, like, there's blood, like, coming out the sides of my mouth. Like, I'm in a daze. The only reason I'm hitting Gilbert is because he's the closest person to me. Like, I would say that at this stage, like, my pupils are just, like, completely fucking dilated. Like, I'm on some shit. I'm probably not even... I'm barely sentient at this point, I would say. And I'm going to lift this blade, and I don't know... I can't see, wouldn't be able to see anything. Maybe Jonny can see some shit go down, but I just bring it and I try and cleave this man from nape to hip. Like that, just fucking...
Gilbert, in the midst of his channeling, tries his best, pulls back his trident to try and block the attack, but your ferocity just cleaves not only through the trident itself, you slice and clean it, you break it cleanly, and you also get in a ton of damage. You absolutely slice him up like sashimi, straight up into the side. You kind of cut deep into the scales as you see blue blood starts to pour out of them, and he coughs up a little bit of the blue blood as he staggers back, clutching onto his chest as well. This was a humongous hit. Yeah, this is going to be going to be interesting. 36 damage, he said.
But he's not dead.
He's not dead.
He's not dead.
Yeah.
Jesus
He's not dead.
Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm just like leaning on my sword, teetering in the muddy field that has been inundated with this ghostly cold water.
All right, Alan.
My turn. From the treetops, I'm going to take another shot at his eye. Again, aiming directly at his eye.
Yeah, I'm going to give you advantage on this roll, given the recent events that have just transpired.
Okay, I'm in his head, living rent-free inside his head. Okay. Nat 20.
Yeah, well, that'll do it. That'll do it, chap. That'll do it.
What did you aim with? What are you shooting? A bow?
A bow.
Yeah, from the
a bow.
treetops. I gave you advantage because you had a height advantage from the tree, and also because he had literally just been cleaved.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I mean,
From one
is
side.
that your second
to
nat
the
20s?
Yeah, that was my back-to-back. Nat 20.
Holy moly.
I've been rolling a lot of
Alright,
twos
yeah.
today.
Well, you aim. It's a crit, obviously, as well with your bow. So you roll for the damage, but you definitely.
What do I roll for damage? Just the same thing? Oh, how does crit
Oh,
work?
you know
Double
what?
your dice.
What?
Not
Well,
the
this
modifier
just as an
dice.
aside, I actually would have gotten an extra attack because I hit a crit on the guy as well.
Fucking
That's how,
Christ.
that's
Alright,
how
well,
open. No. But
I think
it's
he's
fine.
dead anyway.
I don't think Eren's in any state to consider the tactics of it. He's just exhausted.
So I double that. I double that or I roll again? What do I do?
You double that,
Okay.
and then you add your modifiers.
So it does 7 damage.
Okay. Yeah. Does a bit more than 7 damage as you hit him directly in his eye.
Okay.
So as you pull back the bow, describe to me your actions of what happens, and I'll describe to you what.
After screaming at him, I see this mighty strike from Eren Vol. And I lean out, I'm wrapping my legs. I've had this potion of climbing. I'm feeling like I'm born
Yeah,
to
you're
run the
agile. You're
treetops.
like a spider monkey.
I've wrapped my legs around the tree trunk.
Yeah.
I lean out,
He's into it.
lean out with my short bow. The last shot went miles away, but now I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely feeling like this shot's gonna hit.
Like Robin Hood looking motherfucker.
Pull it back, and I just see Gilbert's eye flick towards me. He knows what's coming.
knows what's coming.
He knows what's coming. And I line
Record
it up.
scratch? You're probably wondering how I got here.
I unleash the arrow and watch it kind of flitter through the air and punk straight into the ruby.
It hits him directly in his eye, and he screams out at this now, and he's pissed. He's saying, "My eyes! You've taken them away from me once more!" And staggers backwards. Still not dead, might I add. Still not dead. Still has an arrow sticking out of his eye.
Cool.
But now he's looking pissed.
So you hit him in his good eye or the jewel?
ruby eye.
The ruby,
The ruby
eye. So does
eye,
that get,
yeah.
is it knocked clear? Is it just impaled by the arrow?
It's cracked. There's an arrow sticking out of his head.
Gotcha.
But he's
Okay.
still alive. He's still alive
Gotcha.
and kicking. He's now
Cracked
staggered
sounds
back.
like a good way to describe Gilbert right now.
Yeah, cracked. Yeah, I
Cracked
mean
and
the
jacked.
ruby is clearly cracked. Some of the shine, some of the luster, some of the glow from the red ruby is lost as this happens as well. At this, he stumbles backwards now as well, even more injured.
Shoot your spells at him, Jonny. The spells.
Yeah, Jonny the Wise.
And he's
Alright.
like, let me heal you.
Looks like
I'm
he's...
gonna go for a pog you move right there. A pog you move right here.
Alright,
okay?
let's go.
Alright, so you can't use spells, right? So I'm going to go.
His eye's cracked.
His eye.
But maybe you can use magic now because his eye is not working
Maybe.
now.
It's all
not.
good.
Maybe
It's all
not.
good.
I had this planned before this happened. Just,
Okay.
do it there.
All right. here we
So
go.
I'm gonna leave my staff on the ground. I'm gonna go for an unarmed strike, right?
Where are you striking?
You're prone, so you have to take a move
I'm
to.
prone.
Yeah, you got pushed to the ground by the gust of wind.
Oh, fuck you and your rules.
So,
What
so
do I roll?
you have to spend a turn to stand up.
I get up and I.
No, that's it.
Well,
Does he have a
get a
bonus
bonus
Oh, you have a
action.
bonus
Standing
action?
up.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta use my spiritual weapon bonus action then.
Oh, okay. At least you have that.
Alright, so yeah, there's 1d8.
I can't believe you're about to punt him in the face.
1d8 plus 3, so.
How does
Okay, that's not
knocking
bad.
What were you
a
gonna do?
snake prone work?
His
Because
spiritual weapon.
I don't have
Oh,
legs.
Summon a spiritual weapon that does
Attacks
a
him.
melee attack, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Do I need to
Fell
roll
over.
to hit for the spiritual weapon?
I believe so, right?
You're like,
It was a fucking crit fail.
But what is
Oh,
what is the hit for the weapon?
Yeah, what is the weapon's hit? What does it say?
Does it have...
No, it just says on hit.
Uh,
Second level evocation.
you make
like,
a.
is there a modifier to hit? Is what we're trying to find out.
Says
It-
the attack
it's a
modifier
melee
is
spell
your
attack.
proficiency plus your wisdom modifier, according to Joe.
It's
So
a,
what-
yeah, it's a melee spell attack.
Proficiency.
It's
Plus
so
your wisdom.
proficiency plus wisdom.
What's my proficiency? It says strength.
It's up. At
It's
the
there in
top
the middle.
there.
I think +2 is probably proficiency. It's below your initiative, armor class, and stuff like that. It's show him.
Oh, plus 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus 2, plus wisdom, plus 5.
So it's like any spell attack. Yeah.
Yeah, attack modifier plus 5 then.
All right. Let's
Alright.
see if you hit him.
14.
Okay, that does not hit,
What?
unfortunately.
Pog, you turn, Johnny.
Fuck this. Fuck this.
Yeah, just missed as you swing
More
with the
RNG than
spectral
ranked. God damn it.
swing with the spectral sword, and unfortunately it just misses him as Gilbert stumbles back. Yeah, you have disguise. You're no longer disguised. There's,
Oh wait, I'm a snake. I have fangs.
Oh yeah.
oh
I
yeah.
got really
Wow.
excited.
Here's
Yeah.
something you prepared earlier.
And we're back.
Okay. Yes, Lysha, it is your go. Your turn.
Are you also? Is she also prone?
Well, so this is
Nah,
my question about how like knocking over
Yes,
a
how
snake
does a
with
snake
no
work?
legs works. Like most I would need to do is roll over.
I'm gonna say you're not prone because you're a snake.
Okay.
And realistically, in my mind, I mean, unless you were like this, like a cobra, and
Yeah.
then you went, you got flattened. I mean, I would imagine you can still make an attack. You're a snake.
That was kind of my thought process. I could just lunge forward across the ground or whatever.
No,
I'm
I
a
think
snake.
that's right. Yeah.
Snake.
Snake. I can say snake with these in.
Can you
so
can
well.
you can you
You
go?
still have the weapon, by the way.
Can you
Johnny.
say I'm a snake?
Or I'm always prone. That'll-
snake?
Snake. I'm a snake.
The campest snake in the world.
So I'm like Slytherin, and I'm
It's like-
gonna try and bite
It's
it
like
again.
garden variety snake meets Noel Fielding.
So yeah, I'm gonna go for another bite. Where did
I'm a
the...
fatty little snake.
Thank you.
There. Trying to bite.
Over another
Trying to
bite.
bite. I'm gonna bite him.
Have a little bite.
I'm gonna like a nibble. I don't think that's gonna hit. It's 11.
Does not hit, unfortunately. Yeah, you lunge at him, but he is staggering backwards.
Hey, I've been there.
Oh God, we're giving Gilbert a go.
Best
Oh.
effort.
It is
Best
now
effort.
Gilbert's turn, and Gilbert is pissed.
Oh shit.
He's already, as he was staggering back, the cut across him, he's ran his hand across it, sealing the wound up temporarily with frost magic straight across, and he screams out, "You have pushed me too far!" As he then begins to reach out both of his arms, and suddenly a frozen spiral comes twisting all around, frozen fractals. It's starting to recite
Spiral
frozen.
all around.
And you start to see him lift up now as the temperature around you all drops. And he starts to slowly levitate into the sky and says, "You will all submit." And in one smooth motion, drags it down. And the gust of wind that was still batting you from above that you fought your way out, suddenly it all transforms. And There's sleet, snow, everything comes at all sorts of angles, battering you, and it's almost like a blizzard materializes almost out of thin air. But this isn't a blizzard. He's calling down a cone of cold, which is pretty fat, to be honest.
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
use my cutting words reaction to take 1d6 off any damage that it does.
1d6.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a reaction.
I'm going to die.
It takes 2 off the damage.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm going to cast Absorb Elements
What level?
as a reaction. 2nd level.
So OP.
Oh my god.
So OP.
This cone of cold.
So
Fuck your cone of cold, Brent.
She's gonna gobble up the cone of
I
cold like
will
it's an ice cream.
capture some incoming energy, lessening its effects and storing it for my next melee attack. I have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of my next turn. And the first time I hit with my melee attack on my next turn, I
Oh,
get an
so it
extra
just gives you
D6
resistance. I guess that's pretty good. Okay.
damage.
Gotcha.
So she gets resistance to ice, I
At
guess?
higher
Yeah.
levels,
Cold.
I get an extra D6. So I get 2 because I cast at 2nd level, which I thought would help me absorb less energy.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
Gotcha.
just survive this first.
Yeah. So,
So I get an extra D6.
everyone roll a Constitution
Damn,
saving
I should have
check.
cast
You
that at
best,
first
you
level.
best believe I'm gonna fucking.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna use Johnny's D4 on this if that's alright.
Okay.
I rolled a 14 so far,
Yep.
without modifiers, so 17. 19.
I got a
Wait,
9.
it's Constitution?
I can't get hit by this.
Wait, what's my Constitution when I'm a snake? I have to
I
double
rolled a
check. Hang on.
3.
I rolled a 17.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
Yeah. Gotcha. Let's do some maths. Quick maths. All right.
Oh crap. We are so dead.
No.
We
I
are
am going
so
to
dead.
fucking survive this.
I am so dead. I was 6 HP hanging out in a tree.
Yeah.
Perhaps you should see how snake-like I can be.
All right.
Aladdin, thank you.
Yeah.
So,
This is ominous.
yeah, you, Lysha, you take.
Remember that I've taken 2 off all of the damage.
Yeah.
Remember that.
And that's 2 off of half because I have resistance, so I'll take half.
You're going to be taking more than half as well. You have resistance and you've saved for the Constitution saving throw. So you take 11 damage from this.
I still take 11.
This blizzard that's
Holy
getting slammed down into
shit.
all of you.
I might be the only person left alive, and I have no
Well,
way of healing.
How much health do you have?
That's G.
8.
Oh shit.
Hey.
Wait,
If
what?
Lysha's the
7,
only
7, I have
person
7.
left,
How
I've
much
got
health?
6 health.
How much health?
How much I have?
Yep.
18.
Yeah. Okay.
I literally have no healing spells right
Yeah.
now.
Wait,
I
what
could
kind of
sleep
damage?
and
What
try
kind
to
of
heal you
damage is
overnight
this?
if
Is
you
this
can
like
stay
piercing?
stable
It's
for long
cold
enough.
damage. It's a cone of cold that he's calling down.
God
The
damn it.
ferocity of this spell is so much that it's generated lift for him as he's being pushed into the sky from the charging and channeling of his ability.
This was chat's
And as he calls it down,
fault.
Act of God.
Suddenly-
Act of God.
for you, Johnny, for you, Alan, and for you, Eren, you black out instantly as you get hit with this this blast of cold energy. Lysha, you are the only one still standing who is still conscious as Gilbert.
I
then-
passed out twice.
as Gilbert rests himself down to the ground and whispers this time to himself, "You will all submit." And now it is your go.
Well,
How many subs?
I guess I'm going to try and bite him.
What's the sub count?
The act of God doesn't counter this kind
just-
While kind of
What do you
screaming, leave us, leave us be.
Oh, only 26
We
subs.
serve the
In
same
snake?
master as trying to like bite him. Yeah.
Okay.
So in terms of us, what does that mean? We're 0 stable again?
Yes,
Or like,
you three are 0 health, stable, unconscious
oh, okay, that's very generous of you.
on the floor. Yeah.
16 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
Olika, help!
Okay. So I will be doing
Whisper the cone of something.
1d4 piercing plus 3d6 poison plus I get 2 extra d6 because of absorbing elements. So that's 5d6 and a d4 plus 4.
Holy moly.
And that's damage.
What'd you do?
I absorbed elements so at a second level, so it gives me 2 extra d6 to my next melee attack, and bite is a melee attack.
Oh, yeah, so you're frostbiting now.
Jesus,
I'm
okay.
doing cold damage, piercing damage, and poison damage. So
Okay,
hopefully
here
this
we
does
go.
something.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 plus 4 is 8
What,
piercing.
tell me what the cold damage is as well, separately.
Okay, so 8 piercing damage plus
Gil will have cold resistance. So.
7 plus 5, 12
DC 11.
poison damage.
DC 11 throw for the damage.
So 12 poison, 8 piercing, and 6, 8 cold.
Wait a minute. Should the extra damage not be? Oh, you rolled extra d6 as
I
well.
rolled
cold.
2 extra d6s.
Gotcha. Okay.
8 cold, 12 poison, 8 piercing.
Yeah, you sliver up. You somehow avoid the worst of the cold. You look around you as your allies have collapsed to the ground, snow collecting on their still bodies, and you reach out and what appears to be, almost a desperation attack onto Gilbert.
Well, I know from what you've said, he looks
Could
bloodied.
you
and,
absorb
like,
elements?
I couldn't theory.
Yeah.
Could you absorb
Possibly.
elements as a snake?
Yeah, I
Damn.
can still cast spells when I'm in
What the
beast form.
fuck?
It doesn't change my intelligence, wisdom, or charisma modifiers.
Hey, she's not the carrier. Did 36 damage in one hit. Hello?
Slightly less damage because of the cold resistance that Gilbert has. So, but you do take a significant chunk as you latch onto him with your fangs and inject him with the venom. He failed the poison saving throw as well. And yeah, you kind of again inject him. It's a similar feeling. You've done it before to small children as a giant spider. You inject the venom straight into the body of Gilbert, and he cries out in pain as he works to try and wrangle your giant snake mouth off of him and pull you away. But you deal a lot of damage to poor old Gilbert.
I just realized I'm an idiot.
Huh?
How much damage did I take there before? Did you give me
11.
11?
Hmm.
I'm not a snake anymore. I didn't lose 11 hit points. I'm just back in human form.
Well, that's fine. It should. Well, yeah.
We've already rolled it. Let's just go with it.
Okay.
You're now not a snake. It was
But
a last
now I'm
ditch.
not a snake.
But now you're not a snake. Yeah.
Okay.
We'd have to go back too much.
Which pops me back up to 18, though.
Okay. Gilbert is his go, and at this point he's pretty pissed. He's going to.
At this point, pretty. Pissed.
I mean, he's been pissed for a while. I won't lie.
I'm pretty impressed that he's not dead, because the way you described it after he hit him, I
Yeah.
thought he was close to dead.
Jesus, so did
And I just did like another.
As he stepped
30.
back, he
Almost.
freezed up his wounds to stop them from bleeding in a swift motion with his hand. He is going to cast Hold Person on you as the last remaining person now.
What's my saving throw for that?
my
Wisdom saving
God.
throw.
Fangs are out. Yep.
Fangs are out. I'm not a snake
That's
anymore.
true.
How the hell does this work? It's just whatever your wisdom saving throw, I guess, is. I don't know. Oh, wait.
Well, a wisdom saving throw would mean me rolling a d20 plus my modifier, and I'm usually trying to beat the number that you have.
Yep. Roll it up.
22.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he tries to cast Hold Person on you as he starts to channel and chant some incantation under his breath, but he fails in the key moments. Maybe it was the poison coursing through his veins. Maybe it's all the damage he's taken, but he doesn't succeed. So it is your go.
You're a Hume now, I guess.
But you have no healing
I have no healing spells.
But you do have an orbital strike laser to disem.
I do, but like he's standing too close to you guys, I presume, for me to use my orbital strike
you're all
laser.
in the same area.
But we're
here.
prone. We're on the ground. What's wrong?
Yeah, but he's standing near you. If you're prone on the ground, I'm literally
Wow,
going
I
to
can't
kill you.
believe druids don't have spell sniper
I
as
will
well.
literally kill you. Well, no, it's
What
an
a
area of
terrible
effect.
class.
It's not a.
Oh well. shoot it at, instead of down the ground, shoot it at him like that. You know?
Well, I guess it is like a 5-foot radius.
But the guy
I could
from-
just put him on the edge of the radius.
Like My Hero Academia with the belly laser.
Oh yeah, that's actually a hilarious character though. He's so funny. Okay. I am going to.
You're going to.
I'm double checking my spells here. Hang on.
Imagine not having an idea of what you're going to do before it's your turn. I just hit them. I just make melee attacks.
Mega low.
I will use. How bad is he looking right now?
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad? Like real bad?
On his last legs.
On his last legs?
Yeah.
He looked like that a couple of turns ago.
Well, he healed up with his hand.
Right.
Magic hand magic.
I will use my cantrip shillelagh
Shillelagh!
whatever, as a bonus action. So I've like whipped out my quarterstaff or my club. I think I have a club. What do I have here? A club, yes. I've whipped out my club and I use shillelagh, which means that I get however the fuck I say it. Shillelagh. As a bonus action, which means I can now use my spellcasting modifier instead of my strength modifier for melee attacks.
Okay.
And I can use a D8 for damage instead of
A D4.
a D4.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd swing at him with my club.
Your Shillelagh club.
I'm on my shillelagh club. So my club, I have what to hit here? +3.
Oh, is it your spellcasting modifier?
Oh
So
yeah, it
plus
is my
4.
spellcasting modifier, so
Plus 4.
+4. So 17.
Wait, no, isn't it?
Not a 1.
Yeah, plus 4. Yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, it hits.
Not a 1.
It was not a 1.
Can you imagine?
And then I need a D8.
Lysha rolls a 1, hits herself in the head. All just dead.
We all just re-roll. Yeah.
So that does. Oh, and it gives me a +4 to damage on the spell as well, just here.
It's a good job you're so OP because your rolls are poor.
I know. So that's 6 damage.
Okay. Yeah. So you're just whacking him with your
Whacking him.
He's just
whacking
battering him. This has gone into a real slugfest right now.
6 bludgeoning.
Hey, Gilbert's again. He's
Also, the weapon is now magical,
okay.
if that matters.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Gilbert at this is gonna step back now, and he kind of looks behind him at his ship and the skeleton crew. They're starting to sort of unload a sort of ethereal ladder for him to climb up onto to try and get the heck out of here as it stands. But before he turns back to you, and again he's going to try and cast Hold Person once again.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna
roll
run you
So I need to
over,
do another
dude.
wisdom saving throw.
wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20.
Wow!
Jesus Lord. Okay. Yeah.
It wasn't that 20.
Johnny's dreaming of success
It's right
while
there.
unconscious.
Yeah, I see it.
Holy moly! All right, yeah. You shrug it off. He's not unable to hold you down, and it is now your go again.
Okay, so I don't want to get any closer to him. I guess I will instead.
Oh, your Shillelagh's +6, by the way, by the looks of things. Go back
Oh,
to your
is it?
spells. Yeah, spells.
No, that's +6 to hit. Yeah. So
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I hit anyway, so it would have been fine.
True.
I did a +4 instead. It's fine.
So we're gonna do another Shamala
Well, I have to get closer to him, and he's presumably like kind of starting to float on the ground, right? Like he's
grabbed
on, and he's trying to like get away.
Yeah.
Can you blast
hoisted
him?
up
So
by
you won't
the
hit us
skeleton
if you land
barges.
strike his eyes?
So I will.
Moonbeam the bitch.
Well, I mean, the ship is right there.
Yeah, it's right there. It's also only a 5-foot radius, so a 10-foot diameter. If he's like here now, right?
He's at the same spot as he once was.
Oh,
His
just
skeleton
grabbing
crew have let down
That's
a
fine.
rope ladder. at his
So,
location.
so he's still like, I could just swing at him again.
Or you
Yeah,
can
so
blow
I'll
him
just
up.
swing at him again, because the spell for imbuing my weapon with whatever power I just gave it doesn't go away until I let go of it.
You got
Okay.
it. Just hit him.
Okay, so That's a 21 to hit, not
Yeah.
natural.
That hits.
It would be wild
Not
if you
natural.
rolled a natural
A
20.
natural
Natural
21
21.
would
I
be
have special
so
dice.
sick.
21 sided.
Ashley's
Figure
been
it out.
cheating all this
Figure it
time.
out. So that's 7 bludgeoning.
Okay. Yeah, you whack him and he loses grip off the ladder as you hit him down, and he is almost like a weak kitten at this point. He's on one knee. He's fallen off of the rope, and it is Gilbert's turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna cast Hold Person again.
He's learned his lesson, I think. Instead, he's going to finish this. And he starts to conjure up.
Uh-oh.
You should have let him escape.
I thought he literally said last legs. I just did 14 more damage and he's still standing.
That is ridiculous. I agree. That is ridiculous.
That would not mean last legs to me.
Roll a wisdom saving throw for me again.
I crit failed.
And it begins. Oh, okay. He casts confusion on you,
Okay.
which means that on your turn you have to roll a d8 or d10, I believe. Yes, at the start of your turn you now have to roll a d10 to decide your behavior, essentially. But you are just in a dazed state as it stands.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was his turn.
So
This is
how
you
does
will go.
this D10 work?
If you roll it, tell me the number, and I'll tell you what happens.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
1.
A 1.
You roll back-to-back crit fails.
Well, it's a D10. It's
That's
not a
true.
D20.
That's true.
Okay, you turn around and start walking into the forest. It's essentially you walk into a random direction. All the time. Yeah. You can also roll another will saving throw to try and break out of it for the next turn.
Okay. But is Gilbert doing anything else? It's his turn now again, presumably, right?
Yeah, but you can roll it and you'll be free of it essentially.
Oh, I
But
see.
you're still, maybe you should roll it after what Gilbert's about to do.
Okay.
Because it's now his go indefinitely almost.
That's kind of what I meant.
Yeah, okay. At this point, Gilbert is pissed. You have pushed him to the brink. He didn't think this was possible. He's been empowered with unreal magic, and he is now mumbling and grumbling under his breath. And he says, "You will submit, you will submit, you will submit," over and over and over again. The 3 of you are unconscious, but Gilbert now calls up to throws his arms in the sky and says, "Silver, please! Give me one last blessing," as he calls down now a magical enchantment onto the 3 of you who are unconscious as well as you as well. In the state that you're in, this is going to break your confusion. You can roll a wisdom saving throw again. You get advantage because you're an elf with this.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's in my lap. I don't even know what it just said. 17.
17.
What was the first one?
The first
7.
one was a 7.
Yeah. And he says, "I command all of you now. You 3, you fail the roll. You're unconscious, but you are now under the charm of Silver as a magical binding, with the exception of you, Lysha.
Fuck.
You are.
What does that mean?
Perfectly fine. I'll tell you when you wake up. But for now,
Christ.
Gilbert is.
If we wake up.
Gilbert is going to grab onto the ladder once more, and he's shouting commands up to his skeletal crew to take off as they begin to slowly turn a heel around on the skeleton ship, and tries to make his way out of here
Okay.
as he's flying out.
Well,
you can roll a will save, yeah.
I've already.
Sorry, you're already
saved,
you're
right?
already saved. You're out of it. So I mean, you can get one final attack on him maybe if you want to try and bring down
Oh,
Gilbert.
let's go,
So,
dude.
last thing I guess I will do as he goes away is probably just like I'll drop the club for a second. I'll pull out my short bow and just aim at him as he leaves.
Uh-huh.
And got rid of those fucking magical arrows because Silva has them.
She does. So I'm gonna say you have disadvantage to hit this because he's moving away at a rapid
Okay.
speed, and you've just woken up from a dazed state.
Okay.
That's good.
I rolled the exact same thing both times.
Rolled 2 17s.
Plus 5, so 22 to hit.
Okay, yeah, you hit.
What an unbelievable
You
shot.
hit. You hit, Gilbert.
Little hype squad behind you.
Oh, my goodness.
Go!
Roll the damage.
I don't get that much damage for this, though.
No!
4 damage.
4 damage. As you let go of the arrow,
She
Four
rolled a 1.
piercing.
You rolled a
I
1.
rolled a 1 plus 3, so 4 damage.
as you roll the last final bow with your last breath, you're weakened like a pup, you're cold, you're shaking, your companions are surrounded, there's snow gathering in their bodies, you let loose the arrow, it catches right into the back of Gilbert, and he lets go of the ladder and falls as the skeleton ship takes off without him.
World star!
What a fucking shot!
Yeah. So Gilbert is unconscious on the floor, bleeding out. But you are successful in this battle against Gilbert.
So while
you
all
three
this
are all
is happening,
stabilized now, and
they're all
they're
stabilized.
waking as well because the enchantment is starting to take effect.
But we are still
they're-
enchanted.
they're
You're still enchanted.
enchanted. They can't
crap.
wake up unless their hit points are being regenerated because they're at 0, right?
This is part of the enchantment. So they're waking up, right? Gilbert didn't want them to die. There was never the intention for any of you to die, in case that wasn't obvious, at any point. But you're now beginning to be
I feel bad.
awakened.
While enchanted.
Yes.
So
Well,
So do they
you're
get
charmed.
any hit points back?
They're charmed. Yes. I mean, you're stabilized. Let's say for the sake of again waking up, you're all on 1 HP, but you're all slowly starting to awake. You've been charmed, but you don't know what to do yet until you all wake.
I feel bad.
What the hell happened? Lysha, what happened?
Do you want to end here?
He's there. He's on the ground. He fell.
Yeah.
Oh, jolly good. I thought I got him. Looks like he eventually succumbed to the wound I gave him.
That's
Yeah. Is
not
he-
what happened at all.
Is he dead, Lysha? Is he
He's
dead?
unconscious. He could be dead soon.
We
You are
should-
all very nearly dead. I thought you were all dead.
We should kill him. If he wakes up, he could do the same again.
So the three of you, Jonny, Alan, and Eren, feel an insatiable desire at the back of your minds to seek out any and all treasure you possibly can and bring it back to Silver as soon as possible. As soon as you reach what you all deem 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
This is, it's like a
Is it a-
mandate from God almost.
But is it a conscious feeling, or is it just like we're being driven to collect treasure without really knowing why?
Yeah, you're being driven to collect treasure now without really knowing why, and you know you need to take it back to the lake.
Okay.
I mean, you can put one on one together,
Yeah.
but this is the enchantment. This is the charm that has been placed onto you by Silver the Dragon.
So I'm going to go towards Gilbert and start ripping out his ruby eye.
Yep, that's the appropriate response. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that'll fetch a high price, surely.
He's only unconscious, though. I'm going to pull out my knife and start trying to prise the ruby out of his eye.
What are you doing?
This is valuable. We've got to keep it. This was incredibly valuable.
Oh. He's not dead.
Well, I don't really care whether he's dead or not, but this we need to keep.
What do you say? Should we finish him off? I mean, he was a friend of ours, but I think perhaps that.
I agree with that. Yeah, we could take some of his clothing. Yeah, why not?
Wow.
He probably has a lot of stuff.
I was asking if we should finish him
He's
off.
been
Really.
corrupted
Yeah, but, you know,
clearly by
there's-
Silva, but perhaps he can yet be saved.
No,
We
I'd
don't-
rather take his stuff.
It's a bad idea to
If we
save
carry him,
him.
we have less.
The ruby you've got is damaged
Yeah.
because there's an arrow in it.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
try and pull the arrow
Yeah.
out of it, but it's still shattered pieces. I'm going to put that into my pocket.
Okay. Yeah. On his body as well. Presumably, you're just
Yeah, I'm just
searching
rifling
everything,
through
right?
it.
Yeah, he's got some sacks of goods, some sapphires, some rare gems, 3 sapphires, 2 emeralds, and another ruby, which looks like it's of a similar material to the eye that he's holding.
I say we split up these evenly.
I'm stuffing these into my pockets as fast as I can.
No, we split them up. No, you can take them all for yourself.
You're
All
charmed.
for
I don't
myself?
think you-
We're not. I'm not taking them for myself. Have you seen what's just happened here?
That's the sapphires. They can fit in my pocket too.
Well, take some then. Take
Yeah,
some sapphires.
give them to me. Yeah.
Slightly more money hungry than usual.
Well, how often do you see a sapphire?
Listen, the last thing I want while we're trying to get this godforsaken quest out of the way is someone like Gilbert or something even more ferocious coming back and reminding us in no uncertain terms that we have a debt to pay. I don't really know why we had to go to such a great degree. The sooner we collect the treasure, the sooner we get it back to this dragon, the safer we'll be, and the sooner we can all part ways.
Wait, you intended not to go back last we spoke.
And this is what happened. Clearly, we thought we could evade Silver, but she's far more powerful than we
Tell me,
thought.
Druid, do you have a
dead.
do you have a spiritual? He's not dead.
He-
you
he's
said
dead.
that yourself.
He's dead, and he was just a man.
He's
He could
a
be.
servant.
Do you have a spiritual ship of your own that we can use to outrun any would-be pursuers in this fashion?
Yes, myself.
Turn into a ship now, can you?
Well, no, but
Or a very small crab.
a very large crab. Thank you.
Very large, small crab.
Compared to most crabs, not compared to
How
most ships.
valuable is a giant crab's shell?
Excuse you?
No, well, I'm just wondering, because if
I
we
don't-
take the shell, then surely you just...
Or
don't
perhaps
think
the
you have
still waggling tongue of a very talkative elf.
I don't
I
think-
just saved all of your lives. I will remind you.
You saved your own
Yeah,
life.
that's a bit rude. She can get us more treasure if she is alive.
That's right.
Listen, the first things first. We need to kill Gilbert. He must die. We can't allow him to come back.
Can we kill him?
He nearly killed all of us.
Yeah.
Can we kill him?
It may be more a mercy to kill him now.
What do you mean, can we kill him?
Well, you
Given
don't,
that
don't
he's
you,
been perverted into
you
whatever
don't want to make
this
you
form
a
is.
flower grave for him or something.
Well, I do.
Well, do you want to take care of it yourself?
Do you
Then?
suggest we bury him alive?
Oh no, it's up to you. I mean,
I'll
you
do
do
it.
the honors.
Yep, I'll do it. I go
Good
to.
man.
I go for my classic maneuver
Yeah.
of stabbing him in the throat.
Well,
Roll
it's,
to
it's
hit.
impossible to fail this.
No, roll to it.
You,
roll to
you-
fucking hit.
Glances off the scales.
Roll to fucking hit.
Gilbert lying, breathing
Oh.
heavily. What did you roll? What did you roll? What did you roll?
Did you crit fail?
No, I didn't crit fail. That would have been a 10 to hit. but
Well, wait, if
but you
he's-
said it was impossible to fail, so it's
Yeah,
impossible
it's
to fail.
impossible to fail. His breathing is sort of shallow now. He's got an arrow sticking out of his back. The blue blood is pooling beneath him, and as you step down, you put him out of his mercy by slitting him from one side of the throat to the other, and lets out one last gurgle and says,
I will
"Carry out the commands."
take my time to mold earth and dig a grave again and find another seed and plant a tree and
What do you
use my
think
druid
is-
craft and make it grow.
What do you think his commands
No,
were?
he's got his own seedling.
The command is obvious to fulfill our debt to Silver.
Seems pretty reasonable. I'd like to live.
Do you still feel like someone's watching you?
I think that may have been him. I wonder whether coughing up fish was related to this
Right,
incident.
and now his henchman
But no one
is
else.
gone.
No one else coughed up fish.
Well-
Are you a servant of?
I think I may have pissed him off more than everybody else. I think he figured out I was lying about his eye. No matter, it doesn't
But
matter
you,
now.
you coughed up fish. Yeah.
I didn't cough up fish
I've just
before.
seen that
No, you
formation.
didn't. No.
No. I think
Oh, at least he didn't hate me as much. That was good.
yes. I think we've done the right thing, but we have to repay our debt to Silver. We won't survive if we
There's
don't.
a fancy-looking trident nearby that's broken, shattered into two.
Oh, that's
What
mine
it-
for the taking.
What is it made out of?
You don't know, some unknown metal.
I'll grab it. I can sell it.
Could be valuable.
Coins.
I don't really know what merchant's going to accept that as currency, but hey.
Someone will. Hey, Olika, how much money you got?
You trying to sell the trident to Olika?
Well,
She likes water.
we need to find a village with a
What is
merchant,
going on here?
and we need to have some way of not being detected as foreigners again. Last time we entered a village, we were imprisoned within minutes. Any bright ideas? Oh, hat of disguised one?
I can disguise myself.
I
And,
might suggest that you are all very nearly dead, and we
Yeah.
should potentially camp in the woods here this evening. I doubt lightning will strike twice in the same place, if you'll forgive the expression. I know that.
Should
might
we
be
go for a
recent
long
wound.
rest then?
But everything
Yeah.
your character says, I just want to take my sword out and swing it at you. Everything your character says.
I think this is a good place to leave it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So I would sit down to meditate.
Yeah.
Long rest
Resting
time.
up.
Long
Okay.
rest.